SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
UCLA and CSUN meeting for the 73rd time tonight, and for the first time since 2019. No game scheduled in 2020, and then CSUN playing a conference-only schedule last season. So playing for the first time in 3 years, that's the longest gap in series history. And you're talking just a few miles separate these two programs. Let's take a look quickly around the Pac-12 before we get underway here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. Oregon State with a 21-1 win over New Mexico, part of the Sanderson Ford College Baseball Classic in Surprise, Arizona. And then also going final already today, 4-2 Cal over Houston in Scottsdale in 10 innings. Arizona leading Kansas State 8-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. That game being played in Arlington, Texas. In the top of the 8th inning, Stanford at home leading Cal State Fullerton 1-0. And then scheduled to get underway at 5:30. No score yet. Arizona State hosting Dixie State. And several other games getting underway at the top of the hour, like UCLA. Oregon is at San Diego. Utah is at LMU. USC hosting Santa Clara. And Washington is at Cal Poly. And coming up later on the islands, it'll be Washington State against Hawaii. Well, good evening and welcome in to Jackie Robinson Stadium for opening day here in Westwood. UCLA going to start Jake Brooks tonight. He's in his sophomore season. Brooks last year started 3 games, made 15 appearances. At a 5.3 run earned run average, pitched 20 1/3 innings with 18 strikeouts against 6 walks, and opponents hit .272 against him. Brooks originally from Fountain Valley, California. Spent last summer in the Cape Cod Collegiate Baseball League in Massachusetts and fared very well there. He's going to face a CSUN lineup that has Mason Lee leading off at second base. Ali Camarillo batting second at shortstop. Kai Moody bats third at center field. Joey Kramer batting cleanup at first base. Andrew Soika in right field bats fifth. Bart West is in left field batting sixth. Gabe Gonzalez, the DH, bats seventh. Victor Cerny, the catcher, bats eighth. Brandon Boning, the third baseman, bats ninth. And the first pitch from Brooks missing low, and it's 1 ball and no strike as we begin the 2022 college baseball season. Brooks out of the windup, the righty pipes in a fastball on the inner half of the plate, and it's a called strike from home plate umpire Sean Rakos. Daryl Mason at first, Carl Coles at second, Bradley Hungerford at third. Your umpires tonight. Righty versus righty matchup, and a swing and a miss. Mason Lee out in front on the breaking ball running low, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lee, one of the few returners in the lineup for CSUN this season. Hit .277 last year in 26 starts. Late breaking ball is fouled off to the right, out of play. Count holds in 1 ball and 2 strikes. Very comfortable temperatures here this evening. It has felt like spring all February here in Los Angeles. And tonight we're looking at temperatures in the mid-60s. And here is a bat flying. Mason Lee's roller to third. Kyle Karros fields and throws to first. And the season gets started with a 5-3 putout. That ball came in on the hands of Lee, and the bat came flying as he weakly hit it to third. Good job by Karros to charge it and throw on over to Jake Moberg for the first out of the season. Rest of the defense behind UCLA. Kenny Oyama, the LMU transfer, in left field. Malachi Knight in center. Michael Curiale in right field. Mentioned Karros at third. Cody Schreier, the freshman, at short. Ethan Gorson, another freshman, at second. Jake Moberg, the senior, at first. And behind the plate, it is Tommy Barris, who just caught a strike there from Brooks. The first pitch thrown to Ali Camarillo. Camarillo, a freshman, Went to Otay Ranch High School and is the only freshman in the lineup. And he pushes one in the air to the right side. Moberg's got it near the bag, and there are quickly 2 down. A weekly hit line drive there for Camarillo. And now it'll be Kai Moody, the best hitter in the Big West last season. He hit .393 with a home run, drove in 25. And he's their best returning player. So with the bases empty, 2 down, no score in the first. Moody steps in from the right side. The first pitch from Brooks is a fastball below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. Moody, a big utility guy. He can play anywhere in the outfield, first and second base as well. As there's a breaking ball catching the inner half of the plate from Brooks, and a called strike. It's 1-1. A breakout year last season for Moody, who 2 years ago hit just .180. Ground ball drubbed foul off the third base side. Won't even get its way to the Bruin dugout. Count runs to 1-2. Moody originally from San Francisco, a JUCO transfer. His 3rd year here with CSUN. He's a super senior, taking advantage of that extra year of eligibility. The pitch is inside outed down the right field line and will get out of play into the UCLA bullpen. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count here to Kai Moody. Mentioned he's a utility guy today, starting in center field for the Matadors. Brooks trying for a quick 1-2-3 inning, and a inside breaking ball is fouled off to the left. He jammed Moody there. Was able to fight it off and push it wide of the bag at third. Infield straight away for UCLA defensively. Corner outfielders as well. In center field, Malachi Knight shaded towards the gap in right center. The pitch is a ground ball to short to his left. Schreier's got it. The throw to first in time as Moberg lunges out and makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Brooks and company. The Bruins will come to the plate next. This is Bruin baseball.
What makes one head of lettuce better than another? What makes a grape greater? At Ralph's, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. We're seriously serious about what goes on our shelves, so only the freshest makes the grade. That means not every leafy green leaves the field. Not every cauliflower makes the cut. So if we've got it at Ralph's, you can bet your bananas that it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics, is one of the fastest growing sports nutrition brands in America. Ready is fueling Bruin athletes with best-in-class all-natural protein water, bars, powders, and snacks, backed by cutting-edge sports nutrition. And Ready is now available to power Bruin fans, too. Check out Ready on Amazon or at teamready.com. That's teamready.com. Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics. Championship nutrition, powering UCLA champions.
No score between UCLA and CSUN as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Let's get you that Bruin lineup. Kenny Oyama is going to lead it off. He's playing in left field. Cody Schreier, the freshman, starts at shortstop and bats second. Michael Curiali, top returning hitter on the team, bats third and right field. Jake Palmer, the DH, bats cleanup. Jake Moberg, the first baseman, bats fifth. Batting sixth is Kyle Karros at third. Ethan Gorson, another freshman in the lineup. He bats seventh, playing second base. He's followed up by a third freshman, Malachi Knight, batting eighth in center field. And then rounding out the lineup, Tommy Barris doing the catching for the Bruins. They're going to go against Blaine Traxel, the senior pitcher who's coming off a very good year for CSUN, a 3.78 ERA a year ago, 5-1 record in 10 starts and 19 total appearances. Mentioned it pregame, but he's a guy who also will come out of the bullpen and close in the same weekend. He did it last year, pitching as the Sunday guy on Friday night, he might close the game and then come out and start on Sunday. He's a side armor, throws a lot of off-speed stuff, and throws a lot of strikes as well. Now, Oyama, the lefty, settles in, and he comes away swinging on the first pitch, fouling it back to the screen. 0-1. Now, Kenny Oyama, originally from Trabuco Canyon, California. He's a grad transfer from LMU. Played on this field when LMU faced UCLA in the regionals back in 2019. 4-year player for the Lions who had a breakout season last year, hitting .330. Looks at a curveball left off the outside part of the plate. 1-1 strike here to Oyama. In addition to that .330 batting average, he got on base .412 and slugged .422. With his speed, he can pile up some doubles. As another off-speed pitch catches the outside part of the plate. This time it's 1-2. Oyama was a fan favorite at LMU. Given his diminutive stature, he stands at just 5'4". The pitch is a fastball at the knees, a called strike 3. Traxel freezes Oyama for the first out. Oyama, not a guy who strikes out a lot. Anytime he is able to put the ball in play, a threat to get on base. So he is retired, and it sets up Cody Schreier. He'll step in from the right side. True freshman from San Clemente, went to J. Sarah Catholic High School. And the first pitch is a breaking ball running away, and it's 1-0. No score, bottom of the first inning. Nobody on, 1 out for Cody Schreier. Traxel set, and his pitch is a swing and a miss. Schreier behind that one. 1-1 the count. Schreier following in the footsteps of another former J. Sarah shortstop to go to UCLA, Chase Strumpf. The pitch is outside, 2-1 to Schreier. We saw Strumpf earlier in February at the alumni game a couple weeks ago. He's now with the Cubs organization, playing in Double-A last year. 2-1 strike to Cody Schreier. A pitch from Traxel and a swing and a miss. Some late break running low, and Schreier on top of the pitch. Looked to have his timing lined up there. Traxel, a guy that likes to mix things up off speed and give you a lot of different looks. There's some late drop on that pitch. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner with the fastball. So we've seen similar approaches here from Blaine Traxel to start the game against Oyama and Schreier. Throwing a ton of off speed earlier in the at-bat, and then coming around at the end with fastballs to freeze guys. Both of those fastballs right at the knees. So the Bruins are caught looking twice to start the game. Oh, sets up Michael Curiale. And first pitch is hit back up the middle, a bouncing ball for a base hit. Went just wide of the bag at second. Camarillo, the shortstop, never had a chance to get it. And Michael Curiale, the best returning hitter for the Bruins this season, who hit .285 a year ago. He is able to reach base with 2 outs. Now 1 on, 2 out for Jake Palmer. Palmer steps in from the left side against Traxel. No score in the first inning. A breaking ball, a called strike at the plate. Runner goes and is safe, sitting on his backside. Curiale slid past the bag, but was able to keep his left hand on it throughout the tag there from Camarillo. And so he's able to put himself in scoring position. A stolen base here on opening day for Michael Curiale. Palmer, the grad transfer from UC Irvine, originally from El Segundo. And he looks at a pitch missing low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Palmer standing at 5'10". One of 2 grad transfers that UCLA brought in this year, Oyama being the other. Bruins also brought in a couple JC transfers as well. One of them is the starter on Sunday, Kelly Austin. Curveball runs low and inside against Palmer. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Runner on second, 2 outs, no score, bottom of the first inning for the Bruins. Over a 4-year career at UC Irvine, Palmer hit .307 and got on base at a .446 rate. Here's the pitch, and he inside outs it on a line to third. Boning's got it right above his left foot, about 10 feet in from the foul line, and the Bruins are retired. No score between UCLA and CSUN as we head to the second. This is Bruin Baseball.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly, because grilled to order makes a sub above.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above.
No score as we head to the second inning here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. Opening night of the 2022 college baseball season, and great crowd on hand here in West Los Angeles. Unable to have the fans last year. There were select family and friends able to come to games beginning in mid-April last year, but finally, for the first time in a couple years, UCLA getting the proper atmosphere here at JRS. First pitch swinging from Joey Kramer on a bouncing ball. Schreier bobbles it, but throws to first in time for the out. Oh, Kramer coming out swinging against Jake Brooks, and Schreier, who charged the ball and gloved it before it could make its second hop on the infield dirt, took a second to bring the glove back up and make the throw over to first, and he is able to retire Kramer. Sets up now Andrew Soika. He'll step in from the left side. Brooks pitch. And the fastball belt high on the outer half, a called strike. Soika, 6'1" junior from Huntington Beach, transferring from Cypress College in Orange County, and was their top hitter on the team a year ago. Watches a fastball run towards his back foot. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases empty, 1 out here, top of the second, no score. As UCLA and CSUN play for the first time in 3 seasons. No pitch, another fastball towards the back foot, running well low, and the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Soika went to Marina High School. They won a league title back in 2019, also spent a year on the football team, and he shows bunt here, able to put it down. He pops it up on 1 hop, and it's gloved in foul territory by Tommy Barris. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Now Barris takes over as the catcher from Noah Cardenas, who was a 3-year starter. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the right side on 2 hops. Gorson's got it. A short throw over to first. And there are 2 down in the inning. 4 of the first 5 outs for Jake Brooks and the Bruin defense have been ground balls. The 5th out was a weak liner to Moberg over at first. Now, nothing has left the infield yet for CSUN. Here's Barton West, the grad transfer from USC, originally from Singapore. Big guy at 6'3", he's got some power, and he pushes one through the left side. The first hit of the game for CSUN. Right in between Karros and Schreier. Schreier about a step late from getting there. And Bart West is aboard. So CSUN has been pretty aggressive at the plate here to start. And that'll put Jake Brooks into the stretch for the first time. 1 on, 2 down for CSUN in the top of the second, no score. And Gabe Gonzalez will bat. Gonzalez, a redshirt senior. Been with CSUN for a few years now. And he gets jammed and fouls it back into the screen. Oh, 0-1. We've seen Brooks jam a few of CSUN's batters here first time through the order. Gonzalez, a right-handed hitter, waiting on the 0-1 pitch. Brooks comes set and throws. Ground ball through the right side, a base hit. Back-to-back ground ball singles for CSUN. And they've got 2 on with 2 down here in the second. So with Moberg holding on the runner there, you've got that natural gap on the right side of the infield. And Gonzalez getting a slightly elevated pitch on the outer part of the plate, able to just push it right through that gap and get an easy base knock. So now Victor Cherney, the catcher, will step in. Runner in scoring position for him. Brooks looking back to second. First pitch to Cherney is a curveball left above the belt, ball 1. Cherney, a redshirt senior. Did not play in any games last season due to injury, or the 2020 season as well. So his debut here on opening day in 2022 has been a few years in the making. Inside out's a ball down the right field line. This will get foul. 1-1 the count to Cherney. Cherney started a few times back in 2019, but for the Canadian and the Winnipeg native, great to see him back on the field here for the first time in 3 seasons. 2 on, 2 out in the second inning for CSUN. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brooks kicks and throws. Belt high fastball right over the heart of the plate. It's a called strike 2. Now Brooks trying to stay calm here and work around a couple of 2-out ground ball singles from CSUN. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooks set. A long look home. Now he kicks and turns and walks West back to second. Now Brooks, a guy who started 3 times last year in midweek games. He also pitched a lot throughout the season, 15 total appearances. Had some really good outings, but also some outings that got away from it. Here's the 1-2. This will get foul down the right field line, a breaking ball. Cherney trying to wait on it. He's still behind it. Count holds at 1-2. Now, Brooks spent last summer in the Cape Cod League, one of the premier summer college baseball leagues in the country, and he was named a Cape Cod League All-Star, which is no small feat. Among the best players in college baseball when you're named a Cape Cod League All-Star. And he induces a ground ball here. It's picked up by Moberg in the hole, flips to Brooks covering the bag at first, and that'll end the inning. So a couple of two-out singles for CSUN, but that's all here in the second. No score as we head to the bottom half of the second inning here in West Los Angeles. This is Bruin Baseball.
Bruin fans, when you need your oil changed, don't waste hours sitting in a dirty waiting room. Just head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Pull in, let the technicians get to work, and you're done in 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change can handle almost every vehicle, including hybrids, diesels, and luxury models. They can also handle your preventative maintenance needs, like changing your air filter or wiper blades. For locations and coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
Don't you deserve the best healthcare? UCLA Health is #1 in California again and is now top 3 in the nation according to U.S. News and World Report. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best care and the best experience so you can live your best life. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today and see why we're recognized at the top of the country.
Jake Moberg, Kyle Karros, and Ethan Gorson to lead it off for the Bruins here in the second inning, working against Blaine Traxel. CSUN pitcher completing his warm-up pitches. No score as we are set to begin the bottom half of the second inning. A still arriving crowd here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. Getting their first look at the Bruins in 2022. A very young UCLA team, a lot of new faces. 19 of the 38 rostered players were not on the team a year ago. One of the guys that is going to lead it off here, Jake Moberg, one of just 3 seniors on the team this year, and getting the start at first base here on opening day. So he will step in from the right side. First pitch from Traxel is pulled foul. Wide of the bag at third from Moberg. Pitch looked like a slider there from Traxel running towards the outside. Moberg able to reach across and pull it foul. 0-1. Moberg, a wave of the bat from the right side. The pitch, and he lifts it into left center field, and it will get down for a base hit in front of Kai Moody. A leadoff single for Jake Moberg. Bruins looking for their first run of the game, and Moberg giving them a great opportunity here in the second. Nice to see there from Moberg. He's a guy who was injured for the first couple months of last season. Played a good deal towards the end of the year and actually ended the 2021 season on a 6-game hitting streak. He was one of the Bruins' best players in the Lubbock Regional, so he picks right up where he left off. Turns it over now to Kyle Karros, the sophomore third baseman. And here's a pickoff throw. Checking on Moberg. He's back there safely with a head-first slide. No stolen bases a year ago for Moberg. Traxel operates from the stretch, so nothing changing for him with the runner on here. And he misses low and outside on the first pitch to Karros. Now Kyle Karros starting 55 times last season as a true freshman. Savage said he's made one of the biggest jumps on the team during fall ball, as there's another pickoff throw, and Moberg back there safely. Head coach John Savage said he's made the jump in both his play, but also as a leader for the team, and really starting to come into his own. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball pulled just wide of third. Bradley Hungerford, the third base umpire, right there on top of it. That one caught the inner part of the bat. You could hear the really high-pitched noise it made off the bat there from Karros. 1 ball and 1 strike. No score, bottom of the second, 1 on, nobody out for the Bruins. With all these new faces, with 15 freshmen, Karros, despite being just a sophomore, he's welcomed becoming one of the leaders on this team. Makes it easy, I'm sure, when your last name is Karros. Here's an inside-out ball that's pushed into the CSUN dugout, out of play, 1-2. So Traxel continues to work with the breaking balls here. The only fastballs we've seen are when he rung up Oyama and Schreier to begin the first inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Kyle Karros. Traxel set. A look to first, throws home, and it's lifted into right center field, running away, and it'll get down in front of a diving Kai Moody. Coming around third, being sent home is Moberg. Karros headfirst slide into third with an RBI triple, and the Bruins have their first run of the season. It's 1-0 UCLA. That was a hit from Karros that looked like it was going to drift into center field, and it just kept drifting over and over towards right center field. And Kai Moody's got really good wheels, and he nearly got there. A diving effort, but not in time. And the Bruins lead 1-0 here in the second. Kyle Karros supplying the first RBI of the season. And he puts himself on third base for Ethan Gorson. Gorson from the left side. Looks at a breaking ball over the heart of the plate. A called strike 1. Last season, Karros only hit 1 triple, and he does it here on the opening day. Nasty off-speed pitch running well outside, and Gorson chasing after that pitch. 0-2. Gorson, a freshman. One of 3 in the lineup today. Malachi Knight to follow, also a freshman. And here's a swing and a foul tip. Gorson dropping onto his back knee to lean out and make a bit of contact. And the count holds at 0-2. 1-0 UCLA in the second inning. An RBI triple from Kyle Karros. Bringing around Jake Moberg, who had the leadoff single. 0-2 to Gorson with nobody out in the inning. The pitch is well outside. Gorson not chasing after that fastball that was in the right-handed batter's box. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ethan Gorson. He got the nod in the alumni game a couple weeks ago as well. Originally from San Diego, went to Point Loma High School. Rated as the number 18 shortstop in California. Watches another fastball pitched well off the outside part of the plate. Count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. On opening day, Gorson taking over for Mikey Perez as the starting second baseman for the Bruins. Infield playing him to pull a bit, and he rips one into right field. It gets down in front of Soika for a base hit. Karros will jog on in to score. And Ethan Gorson, his first career RBI as a Bruin, gives UCLA a 2-0 lead. Able to work his way back after being down 0-2 in the count, and gets a 2-2 pitch. A hanger over the inside part of the plate, and he rips it into right field. 3 consecutive hits to start the inning for UCLA, and now it brings up Malachi Knight. Pickoff throw, checking on Gorson, who's back in time. Oh, Knight starting in center field. Originally from Marysville, Washington. About 35 miles north of Seattle. Another pickoff throw. Nice move there from Traxel. He's right on target there, throwing to Kramer, the first baseman. Gorson back in plenty of time. Knight at the plate, a right-handed hitter waiting on the first pitch from Traxel. Here it is, and a curveball gets the outer part of the plate for a call, and strike 1. Knight was named the Gatorade State Player of the Year for Washington back in 2020. And coming out of high school, nationally ranked as the number 4 outfielder and number 19 prospect overall. Another pickoff throw. And Gorson again back in time. Two to nothing UCLA in the second inning. Jake Moberg, the leadoff single, and then back-to-back RBI hits from Karros and Gorson. The pitch tonight, he's out in front, tapping it foul down the third base side. No balls and 2 strikes to Malachi Knight. Now Traxel will take an extra moment here and step off the rubber. Get a bit of the rosin bag before he settles back on. 0-2 tonight. Traxel comes set. Kicks and throws. And just misses outside. Trying to work the 2-seam fastball to come back in on the outer part of the plate. But he just missed despite a good frame effort there from Cherney, the catcher. No, 1 ball and 2 strikes tonight. 2-0 Bruins in the second. 1 on, nobody out for the 8th place hitter. Traxel kicks and throws, and there's the called strike 3 on the outer half. And Knight is retired. Traxel went back to the same exact pitch. That 2-seam fastball has been working well for him here to get some called third strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout, and all 3 times the Bruins have been caught looking. A 1 on, 1 out now for Tommy Barris. Rounding out the order, redshirt sophomore from Woodland Hills. And there's a pickoff throw before he can see a pitch. Once again, Gorson back in time. None of these pickoff throws have been very close. Barris went to Sherman Oaks Notre Dame High School. Batting from the right side, waiting on the first pitch from Traxel. Here it is, and it's right over the heart of the plate, a called strike 1. So 3rd season with the Bruins here for Tommy Barris. Did not play as a freshman in 2020. Last year appeared in 9 games, made 1 start, only 7 at-bats, and 1 hit in those 7 at-bats. Another pickoff throw, Gorson back in plenty of time. 2-0 UCLA. No balls and 1 strike to Tommy Barris. Against a guy who throws a lot of strikes in Blaine Traxel. Matador pitcher throws home, and a slider is across on the outer part of the plate, a called strike 2. Kenny Oyama, the leadoff hitter, waiting on deck here. 1 on, 1 out for Barris. A slight wave of the bat from the right side. The pitch hits it high in the air to left field. West back, circles, and he makes the catch a few feet in front of the warning track. So there's now 2 down in the inning for the Bruins. A good ride there from Tommy Barris. And now here is Kenny Oyama. Oyama struck out looking to lead off the first inning. Well, surely he'll be looking to put the ball in play this time. Started the vast majority of games for LMU in his 4 seasons there. And the lefty hitter waiting. And there's a called strike on the outer half from Traxel, 0-1. Last year in 2021, he was named All-WCC second team as he posted career highs in nearly every offensive category. Mentioned he hit .330, also had 15 doubles, drove in 22, and also walked 22 times. There's a low pitch. Cherney able to block and cover and hold the runner at first there in Gorson. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Kenny Oyama. 2-0 Bruins in the bottom half of the second inning. 3 consecutive hits to lead off the inning, have the Bruins in front. Another pickoff throw in time is Gorson. Oyama with a slightly open stance from the left side. Traxel comes set and throws, and the fastball skied foul territory left side, and this will get into the seats out of play. So now a 1-2 count to Oyama. Oyama went to El Toro High School down in Lake Forest. His brother Kyle played baseball at Cal Baptist from 2016 to 2020. Now working on a master's degree with the Bruins. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-0 UCLA. The pitch from Traxel, breaking ball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield is pretty much straight away here for CSUN. West and left field perhaps a little shallow. And here's a swing and a foul ball pulled down the first base side. Oyama holds the count here at 2-2. Bruins with 2 runs on 4 hits. CSUN with a couple of hits in the top half of this inning. Unable to get anything across, though, as those 2 hits came with 2 outs. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and another pickoff throw, and again, not close. Gorson's getting back to the first base bag so soon that the tag is being applied on his backside there from the first baseman, Kramer. Traxel not wanting to give up any inch here as he's trying to get out of this inning after surrendering a couple of runs. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the fastball skied in the air, shallow left field, just onto the outfield grass. Camarillo, the shortstop, he's got it, reaching above his head, and that will end the inning. But not before UCLA gets 3 hits and they plate 2 to take a 2-0 lead as we head to the third. This is Bruin Baseball.
Show off your Bruin pride with the new Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card. Earn 5 points for every $1 spent on select UCLA purchases and 1.5 points everywhere else. Redeemable for rewards that will make you want to 8-clap. Plus, enjoy no annual fee or foreign transaction fees and get a $500 cashback bonus when you spend $2,500 in the first 3 months. Now that's better banking for Bruins. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions.
CarWraps.com is Southern California's premier source for creating a distinctive and cool look on any vehicle. Prior to wraps, the only way to alter a car's appearance was a paint job. With CarWraps.com, your new look will withstand wind, rain, cold, and heat. Promote your business or show your love for the Bruins by wrapping your car, truck, or RV. You can change the color of your car by wrapping your entire vehicle. We have hundreds of colors available and can create any wrap or custom design. CarWraps.com. Do you, and let our experts make your vision a reality. A proud partner of UCLA Athletics.
Well, Jake Brooks goes back onto the rubber with a 2-0 lead behind him now. The Bruins out in front of the Matadors as we begin the top of the third inning here at Jackie Robinson Stadium in West Los Angeles. Brooks will face 9, 1, and 2 in the order. Brandon Boning followed by Mason Lee and Ali Camarillo.
Third baseman number 8, Brandon Boning.
Boning, one of the few returning starters in the lineup for CSUN this season. Started 29 games last year as the third baseman and starting there again this season. He'll dig in from the right side against Brooks. Boning with the crouch stance. And the first pitch is a fastball on the outer half, belt high, and a called strike. Boning at 5'10", and a redshirt senior. Originally from Simi Valley, went to Chatsworth High School. In his 5th season with the Matadors. Another fastball piped in over the heart of the plate, and it's quickly 0-2 in favor of Jake Brooks. Boning last year hit .237. Reached base at a .330 rate. And Brooks comes back with the fastball and just misses on the outer half, 1-2. In the abbreviated 2020 season, Boning was injured, and otherwise he's started just about every game for CSUN as he fouls this one off to the right side, out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, in fact, in his CSUN career, he's only missed 5 starts. 146 career games now, including this one tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Well outside, sliding over Tommy Barris into the left-handed batter's box to stay in front of it. Nobody on base anyway. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 2-0 Bruins with nobody out and nobody on here in the top of the 3rd. Boning, a guy that's played around almost the entire infield, as the 2-2 pitch is hit in the air. Foul territory right side, tracking, and Moberg unable to come up with it as he started to get onto the warning track there. Beyond the CSUN dugout and near the CSUN batter's box, or excuse me, their bullpen, I should say. And Moberg perhaps a little concerned about where the wall was. He had time to get to that spot and just came up short. 2-2 at the plate here to Boning. So as a freshman, he was primarily at second base. In 2019, moves over to shortstop. And now the last 2 years, he's been at short and now third. Another foul ball off to the right, out of play. Count holds at 2-2 here to Brandon Boning, leading off the 3rd inning. CSUN got a couple of hits last inning from Bart West and Gabe Gonzalez, coming with 2 outs. Here's the windup from Brooks. The pitch as a fastball inside out and down the right field line. It's getting foul and it will drop despite a long run from Michael Curiali. Now Boning will have to make the walk back to the plate, but a good battle here between Boning and Brooks. Brooks is keeping everything on the outer half of the plate here against Boning. UCLA playing him to the opposite field. Knight shaded towards right center. Curiale pretty close to the line. Here's a swing and a miss. Breaking ball diving low. And Boning goes and chases it. Jake Brooks with his first strikeout of the game. And there is 1 down here in the 3rd. Now back to the top of the order. And Mason Lee. So first time through the order, CSUN gets a couple of hits, but they were ground balls through either side of the infield. Nothing has left the infield in the field of play yet for CSUN, as there's a first pitch strike on the inner half to begin the at-bat to Lee. Lee 0 for 1, grounded out to third base to lead off the game. Brooks out of the windup. The righty kicks and throws. Breaking ball missing outside, 1-1. Lee, a sophomore, started 26 games last year, mostly at second base. In his junior season, originally from Culver City, and he takes low. It's 2-1. Base is empty, one down here in the third. 2-0 UCLA. 2 balls and 1 strike to Lee. Here's the pitch from Brooks. A fastball is grounded to the left side. Caro's taking it from third, throws to first in time. That was a ball that was headed in the direction of the shortstop, Cody Schreier, but Caros from third, running laterally, was able to get to the ball first. No hesitation there from Caros. He's aggressive and able to retire Lee at first. 2 down in the inning for Ali Camarillo. Camarillo lined out to third. He's 0 for 1. First pitch from Brooks, a fastball, and it's jammed foul down the third base side. Brooks coming back in on the hands there against Camarillo. It'd be too perfect if Ali Camarillo was from Camarillo. He's from Chula Vista. And Ali is his middle name, first name Jorge. And he takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Spent his high school years at Montgomery High School, first for a couple years, and then went to Otay Ranch as a junior and senior. All CIF second team honoree as he fouls one back into the screen. And the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. A true freshman in the lineup here for the Matadors on opening day 2022. Brooks looking for another 1-2-3 inning here in the third. Base is empty for Camarillo. The pitch is fouled on the ground towards the right side. 1-2. Camarillo that time had to lunge across the plate to just get a piece with the end of his bat. Brooks settles himself back on the rubber. Starts his windup slightly angled towards third. Now he kicks and throws. The 1-2 is a fastball about letter high on the inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brooks out of high school a couple of years ago, ranked as a top 100 prospect in the country. Missing again with the fastball here upstairs, and it's 3-2. But in terms of right-handed pitchers, he was ranked number 25. Last year in 2021, he made 3 starts, and the Bruins were 3-0 in those games. Payoff pitch is a called strike 3. The fastball on the outside part of the plate freezes Camarillo. And the Matadors are retired in order in the third inning. 2-0 UCLA, middle of the third. This is Bruin Baseball.
What makes one head of lettuce better than another? What makes a grape greater? At Ralph's, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level. We're only the best of the best of the best will do. We're seriously serious about what goes on our shelves, so only the freshest makes the grade. That means not every leafy green leaves the field. Not every cauliflower makes the cut. So if we've got it at Ralph's, you can bet your bananas that it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Bruin fans, when you need your oil changed, don't waste hours sitting in a dirty waiting room. Just head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Pull in, let the technicians get to work, and you're done in 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change can handle almost every vehicle, including hybrids, diesels, and luxury models. They can also handle your preventative maintenance needs, like changing your air filter or wiper blades. For locations and coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
We begin the bottom of the third inning here in West Los Angeles. 2-0 Bruins on opening day 2022. And on a day when a lot of baseball fans got disappointing news that the big leagues officially postponed the start of spring training. Well, college baseball is here and it is ready to entertain you. And the Bruins offense coming alive in the second inning with 3 consecutive hits, resulting in a pair of runs. And now they've got the heart of the order due up here. Cody Schreier, Michael Curiali, and Jake Palmer due up. Schreier, the opening day shortstop, starting as a freshman. And he will step back in. He struck out looking in the first inning against Blaine Traxel. Traxel from the stretch throws a fastball low and outside. 1-0 here to Schreier. Schreier at 6'1", 200 pounds. Bats from the right side. Can he be the next in a long line of great Bruin shortstops? No pitch. Changeup gets across the outer half. 1-1. Can he follow in the likes of Brandon Crawford, Kevin Kramer, or even Matt McClain? To go back to last year, McClain a first-round draft choice by the Reds. Here's a front door slider. Nasty pitch there from Blaine Traxel. It started off so inside that Schreier had himself turned away from the pitch that was very slow and just looped its way across the inner part of the plate. A 1-2 here to Schreier. 2-0 UCLA. Bases empty here in the third. And the breaking ball missing outside from Traxel. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, like Matt McClain, Cody Schreier wearing the number 1 on the back of his uniform as he fouls one back off to the right, out of play. 2-2. Schreier's got a very quick, compact swing, but is able to generate a lot of power with it as well. He showed that in his time at J. Serra, one of the top prep programs in Southern California. And Schreier is rung up on strikes again. The breaking ball right at the knees. Now, Blaine Traxel has struck out Bruin batters 4 times, and all 4 times UCLA's been caught looking. Now, breaking balls from Traxel have had a fair number of UCLA players off balance. Now here is Curiali with the bases empty and 1 down. He had a 2-out single and later stole a base in the first, and he swings away at this breaking ball, skying it to right field, getting into foul territory and ultimately out of play as Andrew Soika made a good run after it. And that gets off into the new practice infield down the right field line. That infield just being completed this week for the Bruins. Now Curiali walks himself back near home plate. 2-0 Bruins, bottom of the third inning. 1 out, nobody on for Michael Curiali. Last year started 49 games, mix of second base and in the outfield. Hit .285, the top returning hitter on this team. Pitch in on the hands, and he grounds it up off the glove of the third baseman, Boning, into shallow left field. A wide turn at first from Curiali, but he will settle for a single. He is 2 for 2 tonight. That was a ball that Boning had a tough time handling there. He was playing along the foul line behind the bag at third. And there's a bit of English there on that bounce, and Boning wasn't quite sure, is this going to be a bounce that goes up high on me? Is it going to come low? And just sort of trying to stand his ground, and on a backhand, it pops up off of his glove. So 1 on, 1 out for Jake Palmer. Middle infield, that double play depth for CSUN. And the first pitch is at the knees, a called strike 1. We'll keep an eye on Curiale at first, who stole second after he singled back in the first inning. Palmer lined out to third to end the first. He's 0 for 1. And now waiting on the 0-1 pitch from Traxel. The righty throws back over to first, a head first slide. Back safely is Curiale. Boning at third base, now standing about a step in front of the base path and about a dozen feet or so off the foul line. Another pickoff throw. Standing up back in time is Curiale. 0-1 at the plate here to Jake Palmer. 1 on, 1 out for the Bruins, who lead 2-0 in the bottom of the third. So with the middle infield, a double play depth, there's a little bit of room on either side of the infield to try and push a ball through, especially with Kramer holding on the runner at first. The pitch, breaking ball missing outside. It was dropped by Cherney, but he keeps it in front of him, and that holds up Curiale at first. So when you factor in freshmen and transfers for the Bruins, they've got 5 new faces in the lineup here to start opening day. Both grad transfers in Oyama and Palmer, and then 3 other freshmen as well. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Palmer. Upright stance, and this one bounces off his inside leg. He will take first base.
First baseman.
That was one from Traxel that really got away. We haven't seen him misfire too much so far. And now he's going to have to work around some turbulence here in the third. Curiale on over to second. Palmer takes first, and now here is Jake Moberg, who led off the second inning with a single up the middle on the first pitch he saw. So he settles in from the right side. Traxel with his glove at his chest, holding the ball with his right hand down at his side. Now he comes set. A look back to second, and the throw home. And that's a pitch on the outer half, a called strike 1. And Moberg asking home plate umpire Sean Rakos where that pitch was. That one looked to be well above the knees and just clipped the outside part of the plate. A breaking ball running away from Moberg there. 2 on, 1 out for the Bruins. In the third, 2-0 lead for UCLA. The pitch to Moberg, a fastball low and outside just above the dirt. Count evens at 1-1. Now, Moberg's a guy for the Bruins who's had to be really patient. You go back when he was a freshman, as many freshmen have to endure. You get limited opportunities, but heading into his sophomore season in 2020, he was the starting third baseman that year. And of course, COVID shut things down after 15 games. Here's a foul tip that's off the mask of the catcher Cherney, as Moberg was underneath that one, just clipping it, the count to 1-2. Now Moberg, the starting third baseman as a sophomore. Season cut short, but okay, he's in line now in 2021 as a junior, but injury derailing the start of the season. He doesn't play for the Bruins until mid-April, doesn't actually start a game until May. So finally here in 2022, chance for Moberg to have a full season and shine. And he takes a fastball letter high out of the zone. It's 2-2. Now Moberg coming into tonight, a career .260 hitter, and last year in 37 at-bats hit .297. 2 doubles and a home run. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Traxel, a long look back to second. Now he kicks and throws. And another low pitch. Nice job from Cherney, sliding to his right and blocking the pitch in the dirt. So now a full count here to Jake Moberg. 2-0 UCLA in the 3rd inning. Moberg already with 1 hit tonight. Righty versus righty matchup here. Traxel set. Again, the look back to second. Now he throws. Breaking ball is fouled off the netting and pops up into the stands here. And a nice bare hand grab by a fan. That was a pitch in on the hands of Moberg. A lot of sliders from Blaine Traxel. And that pitch doesn't start breaking until it gets about halfway to home plate. Another 3-2 pitch, and this one hit into right center field. It's hanging up, and it will be caught by Soika in the gap. And the runners will be forced to hold. That one looked good off the bat, but just kept slicing its way further towards Soika, the right fielder, and Moberg is retired.
Kyle Karros.
2 on, 2 down now for Kyle Karros. And the big RBI triple that brought Moberg across in the 2nd inning. Karros would later come across and score himself. So he steps in. Tall righty at 6'5", 215, waiting on the first pitch from Traxel. And it's a called strike at the knees. That one just dropping in there. 0-1. Traxel, a guy who looks very small when compared to Karros. Traxel just 5'9", and he misses low and outside to Karros. Count evens at 1-1. Despite the smaller frame, Traxel is a workhorse. And he's capable of going over 100 pitches in an outing easy. And now a meeting on the mound here for CSUN. Oh, Cherney comes out as well. It's a 1-1 count here for Karros. With 2 on, 2 down here in the 3rd, a 2-0 lead for UCLA. Both runs coming part of a 3-hit 2nd inning. Curiale standing on second after a single, and then Palmer was hit by a pitch. He's on first. Now to Karros, who's back in the batter's box. Traxel comes set. Here's the throw home, and it's a ground ball to third. Behind the bag in fair territory, is Boning. He will beat Curiale to the bag at third for the force out, and that ends the inning here in the 3rd. Bruins strand a pair, take a 2-0 lead to the 4th. This is Bruin Baseball.
What makes one head of lettuce better than another? What makes a grape greater? At Ralph's, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level. We're only the best of the best of the best will do. We're seriously serious about what goes on our shelves, so only the freshest makes the grade. That means not every leafy green leaves the field. Not every cauliflower makes the cut. So if we've got it at Ralph's, you can bet your bananas that it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics, is one of the fastest growing sports nutrition brands in America. Ready is fueling Bruin athletes with best-in-class all-natural protein water, bars, powders, and snacks, backed by cutting-edge sports nutrition. And Ready is now available to power Bruin fans too. Check out Ready on Amazon or at teamready.com. That's teamready.com. Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics. Championship nutrition powering UCLA champions.
2-0 UCLA as we begin the fourth inning here at Jackie Robinson Stadium in West Los Angeles. And Brooks has looked pretty good so far. Nothing has left the infield for CSUN. Both of their hits have been ground balls through the either side of the infield and lots of ground outs. A couple of strikeouts for Jake Brooks in that third inning. He's going to face 3, 4, 5 in the order here. That's Moody, Kramer, and Soika. Moody is 0 for 1. He grounded out to shortstop to end the first inning.
Center fielder number 48, Kai Moody.
Now Moody taking his time, getting the bat and the batting glove set up, and now he steps in from the right side here. Brooks has thrown 47 pitches through the first 3 innings. Kicks and throws, and Moody with a check swing, but it's a called strike anyway at the plate, 0-1. Now Moody grew up in San Francisco. He's half Japanese. His mother comes from Japan and spent some time in Japanese grade school. He speaks fluent Japanese. Takes a called strike here, 0-2. Brooks has had really good stuff. Not a lot of great contact from CSUN, and he's jammed them on the hands quite a few times. Here's the 0-2. There's a foul ball off of home plate umpire Sean Rakos. Take his mask off and takes an extra moment here. Just kind of clipped his shoulder and then went bouncing over towards the CSUN dugout on the first base side. Now 0-2. Brooks holding his glove up to his face, peering over the glove. Now throws home, and a fastball fouled off to the right, out of play. Count holds at 0 balls and 2 strikes here for Jake Brooks. Well, for Brooks, he says spending that summer in the Cape Cod League was a huge boost for him and set him up well coming into his second season and competing for a spot in the rotation. Here's the kick and the throw. Another fastball fouled off to the right. Cape Cod League is really fun because A, they use wooden bats there, and B, you've got all the ballparks just so close together out on the Cape of Massachusetts. People will spend their summer vacations out there and come out to the ballpark. Another foul ball. This one more down the line, but again, well out of play. Still 0-2 here to Kai Moody. Now, there's pretty good fan support in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Plenty of former UCLA players have also been Cape Cod League All-Stars, just like Brooks. Here's the 0-2, a swing and a foul tip. Moody just got a piece of it as it went through the 5-hole of the catcher Barris there. And he was barely on top of that one to stay alive. So that's 4 straight fouled off here by Moody. Here's the pitch. Another foul tip, but this one held on to by Barris for the strikeout. So Moody is retired. Well, it took a while for Jake Brooks to get his first strikeout, but now he has struck out 3 of the last 4 he's faced, and he's retired 5 in a row. Now 1 down, nobody out in the 4th, and here's Joey Kramer. First pitch, fastball, just below the knees on the outer half. It's ball 1. To finish the thought there about the Cape Cod League All-Stars and former UCLA players, Matt McClain, Jeremy Idens, Ryan Garcia, most recent Bruins to be named Cape Cod League All-Stars. As there's a breaking ball running low and away, 2 balls and no strikes here to Joey Kramer. So many great big leaguers played in the Cape Cod Summer League as well. Some recent names, Walker Buehler, Aaron Judge, Jackie Bradley Jr. As the 2-0 is a fastball at the knees, a called strike on the outer half, 2-1. But it's not just guys in the last decade or two you can point to that have gone on to have major big league careers. You can also go back several decades and find eventual Hall of Famers. As there's another fastball identical to the previous pitch, another called strike on the outer half. It's 2-2 to Kramer. Well, you can go back, Carlton Fisk, Frank Thomas, Craig Biggio all played in the Cape Cod League as well. 2-2 pitch, fastball from Brooks off the outside part of the plate, got away from him a little bit. And now a full count here for Joey Kramer, who's 0 for 1, having grounded out to short to lead off the second inning. Kramer, a redshirt junior. And he takes outside and will reach with a walk. The first one allowed by Brooks tonight. Kramer, a JC transfer from Sonoma County, will reach with 1 out. And now the right fielder, Andrew Soika, steps back up. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. A righty versus lefty matchup here. Soika slightly open stance, and this one gets off the end of the glove of Barris, will get all the way to the backstop, and that will allow Kramer to take second base. Now that's a passed ball there from Barris. That pitch was off the inside part of the plate. Barris got a decent chunk of the edge of his mitt on it, but unable to hold it in. So now CSUN with a runner in scoring position for the second time in this game. Now Soika leaning back and forth here in the batter's box, waiting on the pitch, and this one is low in the dirt, and it's blocked well by Barris this time. Bounced in front of the batter's box, and Barris has to navigate around Soika to pick it up, and now time is called here by the Bruins. And John Savage here going to come out. And the whole infield will come in here for UCLA. Bruins have action in the bullpen with Alonzo Treadwell warming up. But for now, it looks like Brooks is going to stay in the game. 2-0 UCLA, top of the fourth inning. 1 on, 1 out for the Bruins. Joey Kramer on second after a walk and a pass ball. As John Savage coaches them up here. Try to keep a 0 on the scoreboard for the Bruins defensively. John Savage now in his 18th season as the head man here at UCLA. Helped bring the Bruins their first national title back in 2013. Won the Pac-12 4 times as well. Now ready to get back to action. Brooks is set here against Soika. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball low and inside. And now it's 3-0. Now Brooks is off his rhythm here for the first time all game. Even in the second inning when CSUN got a couple of ground ball singles, still looked pretty calm, but now after issuing the walk to Kramer, unable to get one even close to the strike zone here against Soika. Here's 3-0 pitch. That one on the inner half. The fastball, a called strike 1. A much needed strike there for Jake Brooks. Soika, tall guy, 6'1", 210. The JC transfer from Cypress College. Trying to drive in the first run of the game for CSUN. The pitch is in on the hands and blooped foul on the third base side. That was another jam from Brooks there. And that one just weakly hit. There's all kinds of real estate there as the ball landed in front of the UCLA dugout. No chance for any Bruin to get there. The ball didn't get more than 15 feet in the air. So another full count here. Brooks trying to battle back from a 3-0 count here against Andrew Soika. The pitch. Fastball well off the inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Jake Brooks. 2 on with 1 out.
Mark West.
Treadwell continues to warm up in the bullpen for UCLA. Bart West set to come to the plate for CSUN. 2-0 Bruins in the 4th. Second time in the game, though, that CSUN has had runners on first and second. West with a single in the second inning. Grad transfer from USC. Settles in from the right side. And Brooks into a stretch. Now he throws. Fastball across. Strike 1. Key for Brooks to get a first pitch strike there and start the at-bat off on a strong note. West originally from Singapore. Played in 40 career games with USC from 2018 to 2021. Here's a slow ground ball. Karros takes it at third, taps the bag there, throws to first, not in time. West able to beat out the throw. Karros gloves the ball behind the bag at third. Able to force out Kramer there. Too much time had passed to get West over at first. But a key second out here for UCLA in the 4th. Soika taking second there on the play. Barris steps forward as the catcher, giving the infield the signs. Gorson positioned close to the second base bag to half hold the runner on there. Here's the first pitch home, and a swing there from Gabe Gonzalez popped up right on top of home plate, and it's gloved by Tommy Barris for the final out of the 3rd. So after back-to-back walks, Jake Brooks able to get out of the jam, and UCLA maintains a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th. This is Bruin Baseball.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly, because grilled to order makes a sub above.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above.
UCLA with a 2-0 lead on CSUN here, opening day of the 2022 baseball season. So great to have college baseball back, and so great to see a very full Jackie Robinson Stadium here tonight. It's always nice when you get two local teams together. The CSUN fans have come down here to West LA, and the Bruin fans who have been dying to get a chance to see their team in action for the first time in a couple of years. They've showed out as well. Bruins will have the bottom of the order due up here: Ethan Gorson, Malachi Knight, and Tommy Barris. First pitch from Traxel to Gorson, missing low and outside against the left-handed hitter. 1 ball and no strikes. Gorson with an RBI single in the second. That gave the Bruins a 2-0 lead that has stood since that point. Takes a called strike at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Gorson. Jake Brooks in the top half of this inning able to work around back-to-back walks and hold CSUN scoreless. Another called strike. Backdoor slider is across. 1-2 here to Gorson. Gorson, one of two, make it three left-handed bats in the order, along with Oyama and Palmer. Breaking ball is low from Blaine Traxel. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Gorson. Infield playing Gorson to pull slightly. Second baseman Lee right in the hole on the right side of the infield, and the shortstop Camarillo very close to the bag at second. This one ripped off the glove of a diving Lee and into shallow center field for a base hit. Lee was there diving to his right, but that ball was struck so well it just bounced right off his glove. And Ethan Gorson, the freshman, is 2 for 2 in his Bruin debut. The 6th hit of the night for the Bruins, and that'll set up Malachi Knight now. Knight struck out looking in the second. One of 4 strikeout victims for Blaine Traxel. One on, nobody out. First pitch is a slow off-speed pitch there. Knight able to wait on it, but he fouls it back out of play. UCLA wearing the home whites tonight, the new Nike uniforms. First time wearing them this season. Also got the pinstripes. I'm sure we'll see them wear at some point as well. 0-1 here to Malachi Knight. Traxel set, kicks and throws. Breaking ball, missing off the outside. Late breaking action running away from the right hand and hitting Knight. 1 ball and 1 strike. Knight spent the summer with the Bellingham Bells in the West Coast League. Hit .342 in 111 at-bats. Out in front of the breaking ball here. A swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One on, nobody out in the 4th for the Bruins. They lead 2-0 on CSUN. Bruins had to replace much of their outfield from last season, and the freshman Knight tabbed as the opening day center fielder, and he rips one through the left side, a base hit. Out in front of the fastball that was left elevated there from Blaine Traxel, and it's back-to-back singles for the Bruins in the 4th. That'll set up the 9th place hitter, Tommy Barris. No, the Bruin bats are producing here on opening day, already 7 hits. And we're just underway in the 4th. Tommy Barris is 0 for 1. Flew out to left field in the 2nd inning. He settles in from the right side. Now, Traxel's had a lot of base runners to work with. He looks back to second, and now the bunt shown, and it's put down to the right side. Fielded by Kramer, throws to Lee, covering the bag at first. Barris is retired, but he moves both the runners over. Gorson to third, Knight to second. 1 down here in the 4th, back to the top of the order, and Kenny Oyama. No good execution there from Barris. Just pushed it right onto the right side of the infield. Not exactly right down the line or anything, but enough to get the speedy guys on base moved up a bag. And now here's Kenny Oyama, who is 0 for 2. Infield is in on the corners against Oyama, who swings and rips one foul down the right field line. Oyama with a lot of speed. The suicide squeeze, you would think, could always be in play with a guy like him. Both the first baseman Kramer and the third baseman Boning right on the edge of the infield grass. 0-1. Here to Kenny Oyama. Traxel kicks and throws and leaves the fastball off the outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. You got the second baseman Lee, who is shaded towards the hole on the right side. And the shortstop Camarillo playing in normal depth here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball missing outside to Oyama. 2 balls and 1 strike. Traxel could not get that pitch to come back over the plate there on the outside. Wonder how aggressive he is with first base open here. Bruins ahead 2-0 in the 4th. Here's the pitch to Oyama, and this one ripped into right field. It's holding up. A diving effort. It's not caught. It's trapped by Soika. 1 run will score. The relay throw gets wide, but it's backed up by Traxel. And Kenny Oyama with an RBI single, and the Bruins now lead 3-0. A diving effort out there from Andrew Soika. And the ball bounced just in front of him before he could extend his left arm out there and make the catch. Gorson coming across to score. He had to hurry. And then Malachi Knight able to take third on the sequence as well. So the first hit as a Bruin for Kenny Oyama. Now here's Cody Schreier, who has struck out twice so far. Runners on the corners and 1 down in the 4th. Now first pitch is hit in the air to right field. It hit well. Soika back to the track underneath, and he makes the catch. Plenty deep enough for Malachi Knight to jog on home. A sac fly for Cody Schreier, and the Bruins lead 4-0. That one jumped off the bat from Cody Schreier. Was mentioning last time when he was at the plate that he's got a lot of power with that compact swing. And that ball got into the outfield in a hurry. And then right on the edge of the warning track there, Andrew Soika, the right fielder, able to circle underneath. Not far from the 370 mark in right center field. So 2 down. Oyama on first here for Curiali. And a check on Oyama, who's back to first standing up. Bruins leading 4-0 in the 4th inning. UCLA with the 4 runs on 8 hits. Curiali is 2 for 2, and he takes a call and strike at the knees. 0-1. A single in the 1st and a single in the 3rd for Curiali. And he's made good contact both times. Traxel set, throws to Oyama, and again he's back standing up on first base safely. Curiali also stole a bag in the 1st inning after he had the single. He's another Jade Sarah Catholic product. Another pickoff throw. This time Oyama has to slide head first to get back safely. Curiali now in his 3rd season with the Bruins. Was a freshman All-American back in the shortened 2020 season as he hit .325. A couple of doubles, 2 home runs in 40 at-bats. The throw home is outside. Oyama takes off. The throw is bobbled, and Oyama is safe. Looked like Camarillo had that ball kind of pop up on him there. It was going to be a really tight play, but Oyama underneath the throw with the stolen base. Oyama is going to be a threat throughout the season for UCLA in the leadoff spot. Now in scoring position for Curiale, who's 2 for 2. Another pitch taken low and outside. 2-1 to Michael Curiale. Back on opening day 2020, Curiale hit a 2-run homer against UC Riverside. That was his first ever hit as a Bruin. The 2-1 is tapped foul. Back to the backstop. Curiale waiting on the breaking ball. But as it broke low, he swung over the top of the ball. So the count evens at 2-2. Traxel wants a new ball, and home plate umpire Sean Rakos gives one to him. Bruins leading 4-0. 2 more runs here in the fourth. And an RBI opportunity here for Curiale with 2 down and Kenny Oyama on second. Outfield is deep here against Curiale. The pitch is another foul. Back to the backstop. This time Curiale underneath the breaking ball. Count holds, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last year, Curiale hit .285 on the season, 14 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run in 49 starts for the Bruins. Traxel steps off the mound, turns, and walks Oyama back to second. Got a motion to throw with his arm, but didn't actually throw the ball to anybody. Traxel has thrown 80 pitches now. And another kick and turn around to second. CSUN does have activity in the bullpen with Diego Gutierrez, the freshman, getting loose. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, and just getting a piece of it again is Curiale. That's 3 consecutive foul balls here that Curiale is just barely making contact with. And Traxel has done well to work either side of the plate here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning and a 4-0 lead for the Bruins. Traxel kicks and throws, and the fastball is low. Cherney does well to keep it in front of him. The catcher having to drop his glove and protect the 5-hole. And now a full count, 3-2 to Curiale. Bruins as a team hitting 8 for 17 at the plate in the ball game. Traxel set. He looks back to Oyama. Kicks and throws, and the fastball is hit foul. Out of play down the right field line. A good battle here. This is 4 foul balls in the at-bat here against Curiale. The next pitch set to be number 9 of the at-bat. Traxel, a long look back to Oyama at second. Now he throws, and it's a fastball grounded through the right side, a base hit. Oyama rounding third. He will score without a throw. Michael Curiale 3 for 3, an RBI single makes it 5-0 Bruins. Oh, great patience there from Michael Curiale. He was sitting on pitches multiple at the at-bat where he's right on it, just barely missing contact. Gets the fastball on the outer half, and he's able to push it through the right side. Bruins with 3 runs here in the 4th inning. Curiale having himself an opening day. He is 3 for 3. A stolen base, and now he's driven in a run. Meeting on the mound here for CSUN. Traxel has now thrown 86 pitches, a 9-pitch at-bat there against Michael Curiale. And now it looks like CSUN will go to the pen, and Diego Gutierrez will get the call here for the Matadors. So a tough go of it here for Blaine Traxel. He is done here, unable to get through the 4th inning. Now we will step aside here as Traxel is replaced. Bruins leading 5-0 here in the 4th. Jake Palmer will be the batter when we come back. It's UCLA 5, CSUN nothing here in the 4th inning. This is Bruin Baseball.
Bruin fans, when you need your oil changed, don't waste hours sitting in a dirty waiting room. Just head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Pull in, let the technicians get to work, and you're done in 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change can handle almost every vehicle, including hybrids, diesels, and luxury models. They can also handle your preventative maintenance needs, like changing your air filter or wiper blades. For locations and coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
Don't you deserve the best healthcare? UCLA Health is #1 in California again and is now top 3 in the nation according to U.S. News and World Report. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best care and the best experience so you can live your best life. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today and see why we're recognized at the top of the country.
Bruins so far with 3 runs in the 4th inning and able to get Blaine Traxel out of the ball game. He's replaced by true freshman Diego Gutierrez, a tall 6'2" righty out of Norwalk, California. Went to Lakewood High School where he not only pitched but also played shortstop as well as a 4-year varsity player. Now he will make his first career appearance here for CSUN. Needed to get one more out here in the 4th inning. He's going to face Jake Palmer with Michael Curiali on first base after an RBI single just brought home Kenny Oyama. Palmer is 0 for 1. He is also hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. A runner on first, 2 down, and a fastball missing neck high there on the outside against Palmer, 1-0. CSUN wearing their Valley State uniforms tonight. Black tops, gray pants, and a swooping logo that says Valley and then State below it. As there's a called strike at the knees against Palmer, 1-1. Also wearing a black cap with a V on it as well. Baseball team likes to lean into being in the Valley. And here's a pitch bouncing up on Palmer, and he will take first base again. Second time he has been hit by a pitch, and both times it's bounced into him. A pitch getting away from Gutierrez. It'll be first and second with 2 down. And that'll be Jake Moberg. Moberg with a single and a run scored. He is also flown out to right field. He's the 8th player to come to the plate for UCLA in the inning, and he rips one back up the middle, a base hit. Rounding third, coming home, Curiali will score. It's an RBI single for Jake Moberg. The offense coming alive for the Bruins here in the 4th. A 4-run 4th inning. UCLA now leading 6-0. First pitch, and Moberg not waiting, just lines it right back into shallow center field. So now it'll be Kyle Karros. Karros with an RBI triple, also reached on a fielder's choice. He is 1 for 2. And with Palmer now in scoring position, he's got an RBI opportunity. Gutierrez steps off the rubber. And with the baseball raised above his head, he walks Palmer back to the bag. Caros waiting on the first pitch. Here it is from Gutierrez. And it's right at the knees. A called strike over the heart of the plate. Asked Caros earlier this week, who's the most competitive person in the family? Is it his brother Jared? He said no, it's his father, the Bruin and former Dodger standout Eric Caros. Pitch in the dirt, it's 1-1. Here to Kyle. The Caros is from Manhattan Beach, went to Maricosta High School. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gutierrez kicks and throws, and this one is fouled off to the right, out of play. UCLA with the 6 runs on 10 hits. On the flip side, CSUN has been held to 2 hits and have been kept off the board to this point. Bruins trying to continue what has been a very productive 4th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caros. The pitch, and Caros able to check his swing on a ball in the dirt. Taken off for third on the play, though, is Palmer. That was a pitch in the dirt that was blocked by Cherney. And with Cherney looking over to first base and umpire Daryl Mason forgets about Palmer, who's easily able to take third base there. Now the Bruins now with 3 stolen bases in the game. Moberg holding up at first base. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Caros. Runners on the corners and 2 down in the 4th. Gutierrez kicks and throws, and it's off the outside. And again, Caros able to check his swing. CSUN wanting an affirmative there from Daryl Mason, the first base umpire. Both times, Caros able to hold up. Both pitches from Gutierrez have been breaking balls running away from the right-handed hitting Caros. Gutierrez trying to end what has been a lengthy 4th inning here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. The 3-2 pitch and a foul back to the screen. Moberg getting a head start there on that pitch. Six to nothing, UCLA on top of CSUN. Day 1, game 1 of the 2022 season. The pitch is outside, ball 4. After Caros went after a couple similar looking breaking balls, this time he does not give chase. And he is aboard to load the bases. And UCLA has batted around here in the 4th inning. Ethan Gorson will come back to the plate. Gorson is 2 for 2. He's driven in a run, that coming back in the 2nd inning. Already scored this inning, and he takes a fastball low and inside. Gorson trying to keep up with Michael Curiali, who is 3 for 3. 2 of them leading the way so far. Fastball, that gets the inner half. A called strike, 1-1. Gorson threw his arms up to let the ball run underneath, but it clipped the inside part of the plate. One and one to Ethan Gorson, the freshman second baseman. The pitch is a fastball hit in the air to center field. Staying in the yard here for Kai Moody, who circles underneath and makes the catch. Bruins leave the bases loaded, but not before they plate 4 here in the 4th inning. And they'll take a 6-0 lead to the 5th. You're listening to Bruin Baseball.
Show off your Bruin pride with the new Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card. Earn 5 points for every dollar spent on select UCLA purchases and 1.5 points everywhere else. Redeemable for rewards that will make you want to 8-clap. Plus, enjoy no annual fee or foreign transaction fees and get a $500 cashback bonus when you spend $2,500 in the first 3 months. Now that's better banking for Bruins. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions.
CarWraps.com is Southern California's premier source for creating a distinctive and cool look on any vehicle. Prior to wraps, the only way to alter a car's appearance was a paint job. With CarWraps.com, your new look will withstand wind, rain, cold, and heat. Promote your business or show your love for the Bruins by wrapping your car, truck, or RV. You can change the color of your car by wrapping your entire vehicle. We have hundreds of colors available and can create any wrap or custom design. CarWraps.com. Do you, and let our experts make your vision a reality. A proud partner of UCLA Athletics.
Welcome back to West Los Angeles, where UCLA has opened up this game. They lead 6-0 on top of the CSUN Matadors. Nick Cope, great to be with you here on a very comfortable Friday night here in West Los Angeles, and a very nice crowd on hand. There's been a consistent line at the concession stand. Last inning, a little bit of trouble for Jake Brooks to work around. But despite a couple of walks, he's able to get out of the inning shortly after that. And he's back out there for the 5th. He's thrown 70 pitches so far. And looking to complete this inning at the very least. He'd be in line for the win at that point. He's got Victor Cherney, Brandon Boning, and Mason Lee due up. First pitch is a called strike. Low and in against Cherney. No balls and 1 strike. Cherney with a ground out to first in his first at bat. That ended the 2nd inning. And now he swings away and slices one foul out of play down to the right field line. So the final line here on Blaine Traxel, he goes 3 2/3, allows 9 hits, 6 runs, no walks, and struck out 4. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Cherney, and it's a called strike 3, right down the heart of the plate, and Cherney didn't get the bat off the shoulder. Strikeout number 4 for Jake Brooks.
Third baseman, Brandon Boning.
I'm not sure if Cherney was expecting some movement there because there wasn't much of it. I mean, that one was straight on a line. Now Cherney retired to begin the 5th, and now it'll be Brandon Boning. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and he swings and grounds one to the left side. Karros has it to his left, throws to first, and quickly 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Now Karros with a few putouts in this game. And he's been aggressive covering that gap on the left side of the infield to take a couple of weakly hit ground balls right at the edge of the infield grass. Got that big frame at 6'5", but moves well. He can cover ground quickly. Back to the top of the order. Here's Mason Lee, who has grounded out to Karros a couple of times. And he takes a strike on the outer half. The last inning when Brooks had a couple of walks back-to-back there that got him in some trouble with just 1 out. And he looks comfortable once again. Working quickly now. Another fastball piped in and a called strike 2. Brooks looking to make quick work of the Matadors here in the 5th. 6-0 UCLA. 2 down and an 0-2 count to the leadoff hitter Mason Lee. Here's the kick and throw from Brooks, and a breaking ball, and it's fouled back to the screen. Lee doing well to anticipate the off-speed pitch. Bears repeating, but CSUN still has not had a ball leave the infield. No flyouts, no singles that hit the outfield grass first. Here's a pitch up and in there for Brooks. A little bit frustrated that he couldn't get that one a little better located. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, Brooks has already bested his longest outing from last season. As here's the 1-2, a swing and a miss. Inside elevated fastball gets Lee. Strikeout number 5 for Jake Brooks as he retires CSUN in order in the 5th. Bruins come back to the plate looking for more after this. You're listening to Bruin Baseball.
What makes one head of lettuce better than another? What makes a grape greater? At Ralph's, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. We're seriously serious about what goes on our shelves, so only the freshest makes the grade. That means not every leafy green leaves the field. Not every cauliflower makes the cut. So if we've got it at Ralph's, you can bet your bananas that it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics, is one of the fastest growing sports nutrition brands in America. Ready is fueling Bruin athletes with best-in-class all-natural protein water, bars, powders, and snacks, backed by cutting-edge sports nutrition. And Ready is now available to power Bruin fans, too. Check out Ready on Amazon or at teamready.com. That's teamready.com. Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics. Championship nutrition powering UCLA champions.
Jake Brooks dealing here for UCLA tonight. He's allowed just 2 hits, 4 total base runners. And just there in the top half of the 5th inning, threw just 9 pitches to put down CSUN in order. He's now thrown 5 strikeouts. A great debut here in his sophomore season, making just his 4th career start. Bruins will bring Malachi Knight, Tommy Barris, and Kenny Oyama to the plate here in the bottom half of the 5th. And an inside fastball is ball 1 here against Diego Gutierrez. On in relief of Blaine Traxel, who lasted 3 2/3. Gutierrez kicks and throws. And this time the fastball catches the inner part of the plate at the knees against Malachi Knight. 1 ball and 1 strike. Knight is 1 for 2. He struck out looking against Traxel and then hit a single off him to the left side in the 4th. Came around to score. Pitch is low here, and it's 2-1 tonight. Bruins with 6 runs on 10 hits. CSUN no runs on 2 hits. They'll pitch. Fastball outside. 3-1. Cherney trying to frame that one. That was about belt high, but well off the plate there. Knight the righty, a slight wave of the bat. Here's the pitch from Gutierrez, a fastball lifted in the air, left center field, holding up though for Moody, and then he didn't get a good read on it. It drops in. Leadoff single for Malachi Knight. Not sure if Moody lost that one in the lights. It looked like he had a great jump on the ball and then just sort of slowed up and let the ball drop in. So the leadoff man aboard again here for UCLA for the 3rd time tonight. Malachi Knight now with a couple of hits. So you look at what the freshmen have done for UCLA as Tommy Barris steps in. Barris 0 for 1 with a sac bunt and a check on Knight. The throw wide of the bag at first. Knight hurries back up onto his feet. He will take second, and now he's rounding second, heading for third. The throw is late. Malachi Knight able to take 2 bags on the errant pickoff throw from Diego Gutierrez. How about the speed there from Malachi Knight? He was given the go-ahead to take third immediately. And UCLA threatening for more here in the 5th. As Gutierrez turned to throw to first, he threw it wide to the right of Kramer from Kramer's point of view. So he had to kind of reach across Knight, who was diving back to the bag, and he just couldn't get across Knight's body in time. And that ball went rolling all the way to the wall. Here's the first pitch home against Barris at a called strike. 0-1. So Knight already on third base after the single. And then the throwing error allowing him to take third. It's the first error for either side here tonight. Here's the kick and the throw, and a breaking ball is drubbed foul off to the left side. As Tommy Barris ahead of that one, it's 0-2. Well, they go back to the freshman producing. So Malachi Knight with a 2-for-3 night so far. Ethan Gorson 2-for-3. Cody Schreier has struck out a couple times, but he did have that sac fly last inning. As there's a call. No, that one just a little bit low. Very close there against Gorson. 1-2. Or excuse me, Barris. Beg your pardon. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Barris. So perhaps the biggest question mark coming into the season for UCLA. Could these freshmen produce? And so far in 4 innings and change, they have. Ground ball. Lee's got it at second, and he throws out Tommy Barris at first. Infield playing right on the edge of the grass there. And Lee dropping down to a knee, able to field that one cleanly and retire Barris. And that also holds up Malachi Knight at third. So an unproductive out there for UCLA. They have not had many of those tonight. And back to the top of the order, and Kenny Oyama. Now he is 1-for-3. Drove in a run last time he was up. Stole a base for the first time here at UCLA and came around to score. And he takes a fastball up and away for ball 1. Bruins leading 6-0 last of the 5th inning. 1 on, 1 out here for Kenny Oyama. Oyama holding the bat above his head, waiting on the pitch, and he turns. And did that one get his jersey at all? Doesn't look like it. Sean Rakos, the home plate umpire, does not offer him first base, despite Oyama appealing to get the call. So it will just be 2-0. That one well off the plate from Gutierrez. Oyama turned away from it, anticipating it was going to get him. Here's the 2-0, and on a fastball running low, Oyama swinging away and pops it foul off to the left. UCLA with the all-time series edge on CSUN. 39 wins, 32 losses, and 1 tie. Teams playing for the first time in 3 years. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Kenny Oyama. Gutierrez kicks and throws, and the fastball grounded up the middle. A backhanded play by Lee, turns and throws to first in time for the out. But Malachi Knight will come across to score. It's an RBI ground out for Kenny Oyama on a nice diving backhanded play by the second baseman in Mason Lee for CSUN. So Kenny Oyama has driven in a pair of runs. Base is empty, 2 down here for Cody Schreier. Schreier has struck out a couple of times, did have the sac fly though. And he takes low from Gutierrez, the fastball in the dirt. Schreier takes fastball up and in. 2-0. Well, back in 2020, entering his senior year of high school, Cody Schreier knew he was going to school, and coming to UCLA has always been his dream. And he grounds one to third here. Nice basket take there by Boning. Throws to first. Kramer off the bag. Makes the tag of Schreier as they collide right in front of first base. Both players shake it up here. The out is recorded and the inning is over. Schreier back onto his feet and sort of doubled over here, trying to shake things off. And Kramer very slow to get up. He's now on one knee. He's got his left leg propped up here. And now he's back onto his feet and will get himself to the dugout. So Schreier is retired there on the ground out to third. And we've reached the end of the 5th inning at Jackie Robinson Stadium. It's 7-0 UCLA over CSUN. Back after this, you're listening to Bruin Baseball.
What makes one head of lettuce better than another? What makes a grape greater? At Ralph's, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. We're seriously serious about what goes on our shelves, so only the freshest makes the grade. That means not every leafy green leaves the field. Not every cauliflower makes the cut. So if we've got it at Ralph's, you can bet your bananas that it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Bruin fans, when you need your oil changed, don't waste hours sitting in a dirty waiting room. Just head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Pull in, let the technicians get to work, and you're done in 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change can handle almost every vehicle, including hybrids, diesels, and luxury models. They can also handle your preventative maintenance needs, like changing your air filter or wiper blades. For locations and coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
UCLA going to the bullpen as we begin the 6th inning here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. The evening done for Jake Brooks, getting the start here on opening day, and he was strong. Let's look at the final line really quick before we let you know who's coming in for him. Brooks goes 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Coming in for him will be Alonzo Treadwell. Treadwell, a freshman out of Coto de Caza, California, and one of the tallest players on the roster at 6'8". Went to Mater Dei, and now with UCLA at a 7-0 cushion, he gets the call out of the bullpen here, and he will face the heart of the order here for CSUN. Camarillo, Moody, and Kramer due up for the Matadors, who have not had a hit since the 2nd inning. Now Camarillo is 0 for 2. He is lined out to first and struck out looking against Jake Brooks. Treadwell kicks and throws, and a meaty fastball there, just missing off the outside. Treadwell, 6'8", and weighs 230 pounds. And missing outside again against Ali Camarillo. Oh, for Brooks, who didn't always show consistency last season, had some really nice outings, but then he'd have some outings where he couldn't get out of an inning. As Treadwell is now behind 3-0, 3 consecutive pitches missing outside to Camarillo. For Brooks, this was a very successful outing here on opening night. All that work in the offseason paying off for him and starting his sophomore season off with a bang. Treadwell trying to get a strike across. He cannot. A 4-pitch walk as the fastball is in the dirt. And immediately Tommy Barris is going to go and have a chat with the true freshman. So that's the 3rd walk issued tonight by UCLA pitching. Brooks had 2 of them in the 4th. And now CSUN, for the first time in this game, has the leadoff man aboard. So now it'll be Kai Moody. Guy who won the Big West batting title a year ago, nearly hit 400. He hit 393. He's been largely held in check tonight. He's 0 for 2. Has not hit the ball strong to this point. A ground out to short and a strikeout. And this time the fastball is across for Treadwell. It's a called strike on the outer half. 7-0 UCLA, top half of the 6th inning, 1 on, nobody out. Camarillo the lead at first. Treadwell kicks and throws home. Another fastball is hit foul off to the right, out of play. No, quickly, no balls and 2 strikes here to the 3rd place hitter in Kai Moody. Middle infield at double play depth. The pitch is a fastball low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bruins continue to have some activity in the pen. Daniel Caldwell, lefty, is up and throwing. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner for Alonzo Treadwell. Well, the freshman, after he issues his first career walk, he comes back with his first career strikeout, painting the corner there against Kai Moody. A 1-on-1 out now for Joey Kramer, who is just shaken up at the end of the 5th inning there. Coming off the bag to field the throw and tagging out Cody Schreier in the process. He takes a called strike at the knees. Oh, good to see that Kramer is okay. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Grounding out to short and walked in the 4th. The pitch is a called strike again at the knees. So Treadwell has settled in here and has got that fastball dialed in well. It's 0-2. Seven nothing UCLA in the 6th. Here's the 0-2, just missing outside. Treadwell going right back to the fastball, trying to get that outside corner painted once more. Bruins have won 3 out of the last 4 opening days. This one ripped by Kramer. Oyama on the move, and he dropped it. Oyama looked to have it as he ranged to his right. On the move, he dropped the ball, and in the second base is Joey Kramer. The first ball in play to the outfield for CSUN goes for 2 bases for Joey Kramer, and Oyama with great speed was there and just dropped it. It's going to be a fielding error against Oyama. Camarillo takes 3rd. UCLA has played such clean defense so far this game. But the error against the new Bruin, the grad transfer Kenny Oyama, now putting some pressure on the freshman pitcher Alonzo Treadwell. Now 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. First pitch fastball is fouled back out of play by Andrew Soika. Now first base open here for Treadwell. Bart West on deck for CSUN. Matadors trying to get their first run across of the ball game. A walk and an error setting up Soika here, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch, another foul ball as Soika is late once more. It's off the third base side, 0-2. Soika, the only left-handed bat in the lineup tonight for the Matadors. Treadwell trying to get another strikeout here and hold the runners that are in scoring position. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, the changeup left well high out of the zone, 1-2. UCLA dropped last year's opener against San Francisco 6-2. They had won the previous 4. Here's the kick and throw from Treadwell, and the fastball lined into left center field, a base hit. That'll score both. Cut off at the wall by Knight. It's a 2 RBI double for Andrew Soika, and CSUN is on the board. It's 7-2 in favor of the Bruins. Well, best piece of hitting we've seen all night from CSUN. That's a fastball on the outer half, and Soika just gave it a rip. There was a lot of real estate in left center field. And Soika drives in a couple of runs. CSUN on the board thanks to their first extra base hit of the night. Now here's Bart West. Here's the first pitch from Treadwell, and there's a called strike at the knees right down the middle of the plate. The fastball makes it 0-1. Now West is 1 for 2. He singled and reached on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch. Fastball low, also perhaps a bit outside. 1-1. A tough spot here for Treadwell, trying to settle down after the walk and then an error behind him. And then the hard hit double from Soika. The pitch is outside here, and now it's 2-1 to Bart West. UCLA with 7 runs on 11 hits. CSUN getting 2 on the board here. They have just 3 hits in the game. They've drawn 3 walks. Treadwell throws. Fouled back into the screen. West underneath the pitch, just able to get a piece. Two balls and 2 strikes. West waiting, waving the bat. Treadwell looking back to second. He kicks and throws. Swing and a miss. Treadwell took something off that and left it off the plate, and West went chasing after it. Oh, Treadwell, both outs in the inning have come via strikeout. And now here is Gabe Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the DH, he is 0 for 1. And popped out to the catcher, Tommy Barris, to end the threat there in the 4th inning. And he takes a low. 1 ball and no strikes. Defense straight away here for UCLA against Gonzalez. And very minimal wind tonight, and has not been a factor. Temperatures around 60 degrees. There's a fastball. Called strike on the inner half there from Treadwell, and the count evens at 1-1. Well, since the 4-pitch walk for Treadwell upon entering the game, seems to have found much better command. I think you can attribute that to some freshman first game jitters. You can see he's got a really nice fastball and a nice overhand delivery. At 6'8", he's able to come right down over the top against opposing hitters. 1-1, 1 on, 2 down in the inning. The pitch, a fastball running inside on the hands, and Gonzalez able to lean out of the way. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bruins leading 7-2, top half of the 6th inning. A 2 RBI double from Andrew Soika, able to get the Matadors on the board for the first time, and he's on second base. Here's the pitch from Treadwell. Swing and a miss. That pitch diving low on Gonzalez, and the count to 2-2. Can Treadwell strike out the side here in the 6th? The pitch. Swing and a miss. The fastball able to blow by Gabe Gonzalez. And the inning is over. But a 2 RBI double from Andrew Soika has the Matadors on the board. It is 7-2 UCLA, middle of the 6th inning. You're listening to Bruin Baseball.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly, because grilled to order makes a sub above.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above.
UCLA in control here, a 7-2 lead as we get set to begin the last of the 6th inning. Bruins are going to bring Michael Curiale, Jake Palmer, and Jake Moberg to the plate. UCLA with 2 runs in the 2nd inning, 4 runs in the 4th, and 1 more in the 5th. And Curiale has been the most productive hitter tonight. He is 3 for 3 with a run scored, and he's also driven in a run as well. And he takes a pitch on the inner half here from Diego Gutierrez back out there. He's pitcher number 2 tonight for CSUN. Blaine Traxel started the game, couldn't get out of that 4th inning. Curiale with 3 singles, make it 4 as he gets this one just past the outstretched arm of Camarillo, the shortstop. That pitch was on the outer half, and Curiale, strong arms, reaches out, gets it, and pushes it up the middle. Camarillo to his left could not make the play on the line, and Curiale is 4 for 4. He's made pretty solid contact every time as well. Oh, UCLA with the leadoff man aboard for the 3rd consecutive inning. And now here is Jake Palmer. He's been hit by a pitch last 2 times he's been up. And he takes a called strike on the inner half. First time he faced Gutierrez. Pitch was bounced in front of the batter's box and then hit the right leg of Palmer, who officially is 0 for 1. And he swings and hits one weakly foul off the end of the bat, and it will roll harmlessly toward the UCLA dugout. Curiale took off for second on that sequence as well, and he'll have to come back. He stole a base after he singled in the 1st inning. No, nothing in 2 here to Palmer. 7-2, the lead for the Bruins in the 6th inning. A pitch from Gutierrez is skied into left center field. Playable west to the gap, and he reaches up and makes the catch. Now, Palmer is retired. 1 on, 1 out now for Jake Moberg.
First baseman, Jake Moberg.
Moberg with a couple of singles, and he's also flown out to right field. Starting at first base here in his senior season, expect to see him there quite a bit as he takes a strike at the knees from Gutierrez. With him and Karros providing experience at the corners. Contrast that with a couple of freshmen at the middle infield spots for the Bruins. As a pickoff throw to first has Curiale back with a headfirst slide in time. Well, the Bruins here on opening day starting a pair of freshmen at short and second with Cody Schreier and Ethan Gorson. But here's one of the oldest guys in Jake Moberg, one of 3 seniors. Pitch in the dirt, runner goes, and an easy stolen base here for Jake Moberg. That one bounced outside the plate. Now 1 ball and 1 strike now to Moberg, as Gutierrez was not close with that one. Now Curiale has his 2nd stolen base of the game. He's doing a little bit of everything for the Bruins. Puts himself in scoring position now. And here's the pitch home, and it's through the left side, a base hit for Jake Moberg. Being held up at third is Curiale. Runners on the corners now for the Bruins. Moberg with his 3rd hit. Solid contact right through the left side of the infield. Nico Gallego, the Bruins' third base coach, seeing that Bart West did well to come in and get the single and was holding up Curiale as he rounded third the entire time. Here is Kyle Karros. He is 1 for 2. The RBI triple to right center back in the second inning. Since then, he's reached on a fielder's choice and has walked. The pitch is high and inside, 1-0. Bruins again getting men on base here. They have not been retired in order in the entire game. No pitch. Karros, did he check his swing? No, he did not. Daryl Mason at first base said he went around on a breaking ball running low and away. So the count evens at 1-1 here to Karros. Last season, Karros hit mostly in the 9 spot. Starting 2022 here in the 6th spot, and he's out in front of the breaking ball. 1-2. Last time he was at the plate against Gutierrez, Karros was off balance. He ultimately drew a walk, but there were a couple pitches he had to check his swing on. Off balance again here against Gutierrez and behind 1-2. Here's the kick and the throw. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Karros is retired. Again, he's out in front. And with runners on the corners, Gutierrez gets a strikeout for out number 2 in the 6th. It's the first strikeout for Diego Gutierrez since he came on in relief of Traxel. So now it's Ethan Gorson's opportunity to give the Bruins a run here in the 6th. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Gorson with an RBI single in the 2nd. He singled again in the 4th, and he reached on an error. Or excuse me, he singled again in the 5th, and then the throwing error allowing him to come all the way around. 0-1 here to Gorson after the swing and a miss. Bruins leading 7-2. Gutierrez kicks and throws. Breaking ball. Running low and inside. Catches the plate. And Gutierrez is now ahead 0-2. Curiale on third. He had a single. Later stole a base. Now Moberg on first with a single. But now Gutierrez a strike away from getting out of it here in the 6th. Gorson looking for his 3rd hit of the night. A pitch. Skied, foul territory, and will get out of play on the third base side. Last of the 6th inning, Bruins leading 7-2. CSUN finally getting a couple of runs across in the top half of this inning. And now the freshman from San Diego, Ethan Gorson, with 2 down in the inning, trying to supply another hit for the Bruins. Defense playing him to pull slightly. The pitch, breaking ball, called strike 3 at the knees. It freezes Gorson. Back-to-back strikeouts from Diego Gutierrez to end the inning. We've played 6 full here in West Los Angeles, and the Bruins with a 7-2 lead on top of CSUN. Back after this, you're listening to Bruin Baseball.
What makes one head of lettuce better than another? What makes a grape greater? At Ralph's, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. We're seriously serious about what goes on our shelves, so only the freshest makes the grade. That means not every leafy green leaves the field. Not every cauliflower makes the cut. So if we've got it at Ralph's, you can bet your bananas that it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Bruin fans, when you need your oil changed, don't waste hours sitting in a dirty waiting room. Just head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Pull in, let the technicians get to work, and you're done in 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change can handle almost every vehicle, including hybrids, diesels, and luxury models. They can also handle your preventative maintenance needs, like changing your air filter or wiper blades. For locations and coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
Luke Jewett is the new pitcher for the Bruins, a true freshman righty at 6'4", 200 coming in. After Alonzo Treadwell pitched the 6th, it'll be Jewett here in the 7th. Another J. Sarah Catholic product. That program has been kind to the Bruins. A lot of J. Sarah lines have come on to UCLA. And after Jake Brooks started the game strong, 5 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Treadwell in the 6th. Did allow a couple of runs, only one of them earned. And he had 3 strikeouts as well, had that fastball humming. And now for Jewett, he will face 8, 9, and 1 in the order here in the top half of the 7th. It'll be Cherney, Boney, and Lee due up. Cherney is 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out and a strikeout. Jewett ready, and his first pitch as a Bruin is a fastball hit in the air, right center field. Knight coming in, and then it'll actually be taken by Curiali, the right fielder there in the gap. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Luke Jewett. Oh, now it'll be Brandon Boney. He is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. CSUN with 2 runs, just 3 hits. They've left 5 on base. Extra base runners from some walks and 1 defensive error for the Bruins. As there's a fastball on the inner half at the knees, a called strike to Boney. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here in a moment on opening day and every Pac-12 team in action. As Jewett is into a stretch and throws, and the fastball fouled off to the right, out of play, 0-2. Earlier today in Surprise, Arizona, Oregon State coming into the year ranked number 18 and picked number 2 in the Pac-12 preseason poll. The Beavers got started in a big way, a 21-1 win over New Mexico. Elsewhere in Scottsdale, Cal defeated Houston 4-2 in 10 innings. Here's the 0-2 pitch home, another foul ball. This one back into the screen. 0-2 against Boney. Arizona was playing Kansas State in Arlington, Texas. Number 15 Wildcats, an 8-6 win over the other Wildcats. Arizona defeating K-State. Bases empty, 1 out here. And a ground ball right back to the pitcher, and Jewett will underhand it at the bag at first for out number 2. That pitch, you could hear the high-pitched ping there. It was off the end of the bat there from Boning. A routine couple of outs here to start the 7th for Jewett. One more game has already gone final. Stanford against Cal State Fullerton, the Pac-12 preseason favorites, and the Cardinal win a narrow one, just 1-0 over the Titans. Back to the top of the order. Here's Mason Lee showing bunt and taking a strike on the outer half. Another fastball from Jewett. Currently in the bottom of the 8th, Arizona State leads Dixie State on home field 3-0. Bottom of the 7th, down in San Diego, the Toreros leading Oregon 6-1. 0-1 pitch, the kick and throw from Jewett is hit in the air to right field, but it's hanging up for Curiali, and he makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Jewett, and it's 7th inning stretch time here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. UCLA on top of CSUN 7-2. You're listening to Bruin Baseball.
What makes one head of lettuce better than another? What makes a grape greater? At Ralph's, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level. We're only the best of the best of the best will do. We're seriously serious about what goes on our shelves, so only the freshest makes the grade. That means not every leafy green leaves the field. Not every cauliflower makes the cut. So if we've got it at Ralph's, you can bet your bananas that it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics, is one of the fastest growing sports nutrition brands in America. Ready is fueling Bruin athletes with best-in-class all-natural protein water, bars, powders, and snacks, backed by cutting-edge sports nutrition. And Ready is now available to power Bruin fans, too. Check out Ready on Amazon or at teamready.com. That's teamready.com. Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics. Championship nutrition powering UCLA champions.
UCLA with a 7-2 lead on CSUN here, opening day, and take me out to the ball game being played here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. And CSUN will have a new pitcher here to begin the bottom half of the 7th inning. It'll be redshirt senior Chad Wilson, La Mirada native at 6'1", 180. On in relief now of Blaine Traxel and then Diego Gutierrez. Wilson, a guy that's been a key to their bullpen over the years. In 2021, he made 8 appearances, pitched 20 in the 3rd innings, a 6.64 ERA, 13 strikeouts against 5 walks. Opponents hitting .333 against him. He didn't always have the best defense behind him. Allowed 22 runs, but only 15 of those were earned. Malachi Knight going to lead it off for the Bruins here in the 7th. As he steps in from the right side. Couple of hits tonight for Malachi Knight. First pitch is hit in the air, left center field, hit well. West back, looking up, it's gone! A solo shot for the freshman, Malachi Knight. Right over the 370 mark in left center field. On the first pitch he sees here in the 7th inning, Malachi Knight gives it a ride, and the Bruins now lead 8-2. Washington native with a 3-hit game here in his Bruin debut. A very highly regarded prospect out of high school. Could say that about a lot of guys in this Bruin freshman class, but Malachi Knight making himself known here in his first game as a Bruin. Bunt shown here by Tommy Barris, and he will take a pitch low. Bruins now leading 8-2. No pitch is inside, 2-0. Now, first home run of the season for the Bruins goes to the freshman. Last year, the Bruins hit 34 home runs. 3-0 now to Tommy Barris, another pitch low. Barris is 0 for 2. He also put down a sacrifice bunt. No pitch. Fastball gets the outer half. Count to 3-1 here against Barris. No pitch. And the walk. It's low. Barris is aboard for the first time. So back to the top of the order now for the Bruins. As UCLA just drew its second walk of the game. So 1 on, nobody out for Kenny Oyama. lefty waits, and the sidearm righty Wilson able to put a pitch on the outside, and Oyama goes after it. Cannot make contact. 0-1. By the way, the final line for Diego Gutierrez: 2 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run. It was not earned. A walk and 2 strikeouts. The pitch, ground ball, fielded in foul territory by Kramer at first. And he was standing right in front of the bag there. And his left hand, glove hand, fielding the ball over the line. 0-2 now to Oyama. 1 for 4 tonight. He's driven in a pair of runs. And has also struck out once as well. Wilson, the pitch. Hit in the air, right center field. Holding up, and this will get down. Right into no man's land. You had Soika and Moody, the outfielders, charging in. Lee, the second baseman, drifting back, and it drops in the middle of all 3 of them. So a pitch off the end of the bat, and Oyama able to just drop it right in. First and second, nobody out for the Bruins here in the 7th. Tough break there. If you're Chad Wilson, you got a weakly hit ball, but it finds no man's land. And here is Cody Schreier, still in search of his first hit as a Bruin. He is 0 for 3. Did bring a run across, though, with a sac fly back in the 4th. And he takes a pitch low and inside. It's 1-0. By the way, get you caught up on the rest of the scores. Oregon, by the way, is now down 11-1 as they begin the 8th inning in San Diego. They're taking on USD. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Wilson, and a swing and a miss. Schreier going chasing low out of the zone. 1-1. Just down the road from us here at LMU, Utah on the road to face the Lions. They've got a 7-5 lead in the 7th. And USC trying to get the final 3 outs. They lead 2-0 over Santa Clara on their home field. Breaking ball well outside here against Schreier. He takes, and it's 2-1. Cal Poly hosting Washington. They're in the 8th inning up in San Luis Obispo, and it's the Huskies leading 6-5. And just getting underway, Washington State is at Hawaii. There's a strike. Two-seamer getting back over the outside part of the plate here for Wilson. Count evens at 2-2 against Cody Schreier. Schreier would have been drafted very well last summer, but he withdrew his name beforehand. The pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Backhanded at short by Camarillo. Throws to second, trying to get the force there, but not in time. Oyama beats it out. That was a ground ball deep in the hole from Cody Schreier. So the bases will now be loaded with nobody out in the 7th. Barris on over to third. Oyama to second, and Schreier is aboard for the first time tonight. An infield single for the true freshman for his first collegiate hit. Sets up Michael Curiale, who has not been retired tonight. He is 4 for 4, and he takes low and outside, 1-0. Four singles here for Michael Curiale. A couple of stolen bases, and he's driven in a run as well. The 1-0 pitch, fastball off the inside, forcing Curiale to sit back and lean away from it. It's 2-0. Infield is in here for CSUN. Playing shallow, bases loaded, nobody out. No pitch. Tapped foul right on home plate. Curiale will take an extra few steps out of the batter's box here as the count runs to 2-1. UCLA leading 8-2 in the 7th. Malachi Knight led off the inning with a solo shot over the wall in left center field. And since then, Tommy Barris drew a walk. Kenny Oyama, a bloop single to right, and then Cody Schreier with the infield single to load the bases. Here's a ground ball to second, potential double play ball. 4-6-3, a double play that brings a run across as Barris taps up on home plate. Michael Curiale is retired for the first time, but still able to bring a run across and make it 9-2. Lee flipping to Camarillo, the shortstop, tapping the bag at second, and then getting the throw over to Kramer for the double play. Oyama is now standing on third. And here is Jake Palmer. Now a 7-run lead for UCLA. The pitch is a pop-up, shallow center field. Camarillo drifting back, reaching up, and makes the catch. And the inning is over. Bruins add a pair. They lead 9-2 as we head to the 8th inning. You're listening to Bruin Baseball.
Show off your Bruin pride with the new Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card. Earn 5 points for every dollar spent on select UCLA purchases and 1.5 points everywhere else. Redeemable for rewards that will make you want to 8-clap. Plus, enjoy no annual fee or foreign transaction fees and get a $500 cashback bonus when you spend $2,500 in the first 3 months. Now that's better banking for Bruins. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions.
CarWraps.com is Southern California's premier source for creating a distinctive and cool look on any vehicle. Prior to wraps, the only way to alter a car's appearance was a paint job. With CarWraps.com, your new look will withstand wind, rain, cold, and heat. Promote your business or show your love for the Bruins by wrapping your car, truck, or RV. You can change the color of your car by wrapping your entire vehicle. We have hundreds of colors available and can create any wrap or custom design. CarWraps.com. Do you, and let our experts make your vision a reality. A proud partner of UCLA Athletics.
Bruins now in front 9-2 on top of CSUN here opening day of the 2022 baseball season. Had a nice crowd throughout the evening here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. Appreciate the fans for showing up and creating a nice opening day atmosphere for both these teams. First time that the Bruins have been able to play in front of a capacity crowd since 2020. Luke Jewett will come out here and pitch the 8th. He only needed 7 pitches to get a 1-2-3 7th inning. He's going to face 2, 3, and 4 for CSUN, Camarillo, Moody, and Kramer. Camarillo 0 for 2 with a walk. Jewett pipes a fastball at the knees. And he's ahead 0-1 on the called strike. Treadwell and then Jewett back-to-back. They both have nice overhand deliveries. They've got the height to just pour fastballs in. There's another one that deflects off of Camarillo and into the field of play. A foul ball to make it 0-2. So very good pitching for UCLA tonight. They've only conceded 3 hits so far, and only one of the 2 runs has been earned. And for Jake Brooks, who went 5 innings of shutout ball, that's going to be the first shutout start for the Bruins on opening day since 2012. Adam Plutko did it as a sophomore, as that pitch misses there from Luke Jewett. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And for Adam Plutko back in 2012, he ultimately got a no decision in what was a Bruin loss, 2-1 against Maryland. Plutko allowed 7 hits, struck out 10, and 1 walk. As the 1-2 is a bloop behind second, and it will be Gorson to take it as Schreier came right up on him. It looked like Schreier wanted to make the play there, and Gorson should have stayed right there and made the grab.
Fielder by Moody.
And actually, the Bruins making a change there defensively. That was Dalen Reyes, who is now playing second base for Gorson. So Reyes making the grab there. Camarillo is retired. First pitch from Moody is skied into left field. Oyama there, and he makes the grab. So quickly 2 down.
First baseman, Joey Kramer.
Oh, that'll set up Joey Kramer here. He is 0 for 2. He is walked, and he reached on an error. That was when Oyama dropped the ball running towards the foul line. And Kramer would later come around to score. And he takes low, 1-0. Oh, Jewett again working quickly here, looking to retire 6 in a row, coming on in relief. Here's the pitch. Fastball elevated, and it's 2-0 here to Joey Kramer. 9-2 lead for the Bruins here in the 8th inning. Bases empty, 2 down. Jewett was ranked the number 7 right-handed pitcher in the state of California out of high school, and the number 22 prospect overall. He kicks and throws, and the fastball is grounded to Karros, who bobbles it for a moment. He's got it now on the bare hand. The throw to first in time, and that'll end the inning. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Luke Jewett, a true freshman looking strong. And the Bruins take a 9-2 lead to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to Bruin Baseball.
Bruin fans, when you need your oil changed, don't waste hours sitting in a dirty waiting room. Just head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Pull in, let the technicians get to work, and you're done in 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change can handle almost every vehicle, including hybrids, diesels, and luxury models. They can also handle your preventative maintenance needs, like changing your air filter or wiper blades. For locations and coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
Don't you deserve the best healthcare? UCLA Health is #1 in California again and is now top 3 in the nation according to U.S. News and World Report. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best care and the best experience so you can live your best life. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today and see why we're recognized at the top of the country.
UCLA taking a 9-2 lead against CSUN here to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Bruins have Jake Moberg, Kyle Karros, and Dalen Reyes due up here in the 8th. Bruins getting 2 runs in the second, 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and then they just got 2 in the 7th. Jake Moberg to lead it off. He is 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a run driven in. The Bruins as a team in this game hitting just under 500. They're 16 for 34. Now here is the first pitch from Wilson, and it's a strike right at the knees to Moberg. New catcher here for CSUN is Sebastian Garcia. JUCO transfer from Mount San Antonio College. He has to scamper to his right a little bit. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Garcia replaces Cherney, who is playing tonight for the first time in 3 years. It's got to be so nice for him just to get back onto a ball field, as there's a pitch low to Moberg, 2 balls and 1 strike. So the Bruins so far with 16 hits in the game. That would have been tied for the 4th most in a game last season. Moberg waiting. Another pitch low and outside, an easy take, and it's 3-1. Most hits UCLA had in a game last season came when they defeated Utah 20-0. They had 20 hits in that game. Here's the pitch. There's a fastball right on the outside corner at the knees, and now a full count against Moberg. Bruins had 18 hits against ASU last year. They had 17 hits against LMU and then did it in the regionals as well against North Carolina. And they had 16 in a game against Wazoo as well. Pitch outside to Moberg will be ball 4. And once again, UCLA has the leadoff man aboard. So that'll bring up Kyle Karros. UCLA's gotten the leadoff man aboard in each inning except the first and the third. In the second inning, Karros had the RBI triple, which before Malachi Knight hit a home run to left center field. That was the biggest hit of the night for the Bruins in terms of extra bases. Karros taking a strike, 0-1. Wilson set on the rubber. Here's the pitch, breaking ball, and a called strike 2. Karros started to bring the bat forward, but held up. 1 on, nobody out for Karros after the leadoff walk for Moberg. 9-2, the lead for the Bruins here in the 8th inning. Wilson set. Kicks and throws, and a slider missing well off to the outside. A nice job there by Garcia to scamper to his right and hold Moberg over at first. Outfield playing Karros to the opposite field just slightly. Kai Moody shaded towards right center field by a few paces. Big gap in left center field as the fastball is low and away. Count evens at 2-2 here to the sophomore Kyle Karros. Karros probably doesn't mind seeing Chad Wilson. Last 2 times he faced Diego Gutierrez and just struggled to get a great read on him. 2-2. Fastball fouled off to the right, out of play. Well, in terms of the Bruins offense historically, mentioned how they did compare to last season. But in opening days, 16 hits is the most on an opening day since 2010. And a called strike 3 against Karros. He can't believe it. He's asking for clarification from Sean Rakos. And a fastball paints the corner there for Chad Wilson. Karros has struck out for the second time tonight.
Number 5, Dalen Reyes.
Oh, here is Dalen Reyes to bat for the first time. Replaced Gorson defensively last inning. Our home plate umpire double checking his scorecard here. Making sure Reyes is in the right spot. He is here, 7th in the order. Right here for Gorson, who had a couple of hits. Reyes is a sophomore. He's from Northridge. And did he check his swing? He did not on a pitch running low and inside. So it's strike 1 here against Reyes. Last year as a freshman, Reyes went 2 for 10 at the plate, appeared in 10 total games, made 1 start. Scored 3 runs for the Bruins. Waiting on the 1-0 pitch from Wilson, and a late swing, and he's able to fight off a foul ball. Tapping it foul, pulling it to the left. So 0-2 here against Reyes. Bruins leading by 7 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 1 on, 1 out for Dalen Reyes. Right-handed hitter at 6 foot 190. Went to Sherman Oaks, Notre Dame. High school teammates with Chris Aldrich and Tommy Barris. Pickoff throw to first. Back in time is Moberg with the head first slide. Reyes ranked the number 10 shortstop out of high school in the state of California. He's behind 0-2. The pitch, breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. Nice front door breaking ball there from Chad Wilson, who's got back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th. That'll bring up Malachi Knight, who led off the 7th. The home run that just cleared the left center field wall. Knight is 3 for 4. 3 consecutive hits after he struck out in his first at-bat back in the 2nd inning. The first pitch is a breaking ball missing low. 1 ball and no strikes. 9-2, the Bruins on top of CSUN here on opening day. 1 on, 2 outs here for the freshman Malachi Knight. Wilson in his 2nd inning of work throws and misses low and away. And it's 2-0. Well, Wilson came in to begin the 7th inning, and Knight was the first batter he saw, and on the first pitch he threw, that's when Knight hit the home run. So you can see that Wilson seems intent on keeping these pitches to the outside part of the plate here against Knight. Here's the 2-0, fastball at the knees, a called strike. A nice comeback there for Chad Wilson. Leadoff walk for Moberg, but back-to-back strikeouts for Wilson. The pitch, another fastball and another strike at the knees. That one more on the outer part of the plate, and the count evens at 2-2. Bruins have Tommy Barris on deck should the inning continue, as Wilson steps off the rubber here. No pitch. Runner goes on a ball in the dirt, and easily taking second there is Moberg. That ball bounced in the left-handed batter's box, and so Moberg now in scoring position. And a full count at the plate here for Malachi Knight. The Bruins tonight have stolen 5 bases now. No pitch. Fastball, ball 4. The inning will continue. Malachi Knight is aboard for the 4th time tonight.
Tommy Barris.
Oh, Tommy Barris, the catcher, will get a chance here to bat. Barris tonight is 0 for 2. A sacrifice bunt and a walk last time he faced Wilson. And a swing and a foul tip is hung on to here by Garcia for strike 1. The numbers there for Barris. Righty versus righty matchup here against Wilson. And a fastball pumped in on the outer half, and it's 0-2. Wilson has shown very nice command of the fastball here throughout his relief appearance, and consistently able to keep it at the knees and nice and low in the zone. 2 on, 2 out, and an 0-2 count here to Barris. The pitch. Swing. And is that a foul tip? No, it's a ball to the backstop, and Barris will be able to take first on the drop third strike rule. That was a fastball running up and in. It was off the plate, and Garcia was unable to glove it, goes rolling all the way to the backstop. So Barris strikes out, but he will reach on the pass ball. So the bases will be loaded. Didn't hear any contact on the swing there for Barris, but that was a very catchable ball there for Garcia. Just thought perhaps there was a chance it got tipped, but alas, the bases are loaded for the Bruins, and Kenny Oyama, the leadoff hitter, will come to the plate here. 2 for 5. And a chance to really blow the game open here in the 8th. First pitch to Oyama. Fastball outside. Now, Wilson was looking good after he issued the leadoff walk to Moberg. Got the Bruins looking down on strikes back-to-back times against Karros and Reyes. And a fastball again misses outside here to Oyama. It's 2-0. A second walk to Malachi Knight, and then he gets the strikeout of Barris, but the pass ball allowing Barris to take first. Now a hitter's count here for Oyama. Bases loaded. Here's the 2-0. Fastball is on a line right to second, and Mason Lee is there to record the final out of the 8th. CSUN down to their final 3 outs. We'll see if the Bruins can close it out here, up 9-2. You're listening to Bruin Baseball.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly, because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Bruin fans, when you need your oil changed, don't waste hours sitting in a dirty waiting room. Just head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Pull in, let the technicians get to work, and you're done in 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change can handle almost every vehicle, including hybrids, diesels, and luxury models. They can also handle your preventative maintenance needs, like changing your air filter or wiper blades. For locations and coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics, is one of the fastest growing sports nutrition brands in America. Ready is fueling Bruin athletes with best-in-class all-natural protein water, bars, powders, and snacks, backed by cutting-edge sports nutrition. And Ready is now available to power Bruin fans, too. Check out Ready on Amazon or at teamready.com. That's teamready.com. Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics. Championship nutrition powering UCLA champions.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above.
UCLA going to the bullpen one more time to close this ball game out. Chris Aldrich will make his first appearance for the Bruins. He's a redshirt freshman, did not appear last season for UCLA. And another Notre Dame high school product will come on, and he will face Andrew Soika, Bart West, and Gabe Gonzalez, with CSUN down to their final 3 outs here in the 9th. It's a 9-2 lead for UCLA. First pitch strike delivered on the outside corner against Soika. Soika's 2 RBI double back in the 6th inning, providing the only runs for CSUN tonight. Aldrich, breaking ball, missing outside, a little bit elevated as well. It's 1-1. Now Aldrich, the 3rd player from Sherman Oaks, Notre Dame for UCLA to play in this game. Tommy Barris, Dalen Reyes also going there. The pitch, fastball missing outside, 2-1. Aldrich spent the summer playing in the New England College Baseball League. That's separate from the Cape Cod League we were talking about with Jake Brooks. Played for the Newport Gulls. The pitch, a swing and a miss. High fastball, and Soika went after it. Aldrich didn't have great numbers for Newport, allowed 11 earned runs in 6 2/3 innings. And he's got a full count now here after missing a fastball low and away, working quickly here against Andrew Soika. Luke Jewett was outstanding. Retired all 6 batters he faced across the 7th and 8th innings. Now Aldrich's 3-2 pitch is a low fastball fouled off to the left, out of play. Now Jewett was able to get some swinging strikes there from CSUN. He only needed 15 pitches to get through those 2 innings. Another 3-2 pitch, and a ground ball is foul. Tapped right on top of home plate and rolled back a little bit. So Soika stays alive here. He's also reached base via walk here tonight, and he grounded out to second back in the 2nd inning. Here's another 3-2 pitch, and it's a ground ball to the right side, charged by Reyes. Gathers, throws in time for the out to retire Soika at first. So I'll bring up Bart West here. West had the first hit of the game for CSUN back in the 2nd inning. He's also reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. First pitch to West, a swing and a miss. Late break on that pitch from Aldrich. Mentioned West was originally from Singapore before he went to USC, where he spent his undergrad years. As he takes a pitch low in the dirt, 1-1. He spent 2 years as an officer cadet in the Singapore Army before coming to USC. In Singapore, all male citizens are required to serve 2 years of national service, either with the police, civil defense, or armed forces. So he's a 5th-year player, and he's a little bit older than everyone else to begin with, as he fouls one off to the right, out of play, 1-2. Nine to 2, the lead for the Bruins. Bases empty, 1 down. Aldrich ahead, 1-2. The pitch is fouled off to the right once more. And as that ball goes back off to the right, look back, see a very full moon peeking between the clouds here. Back off to the first base side at Jackie Robinson Stadium. Bruins trying to shut the door on CSUN here in the 9th and pick up their first opening day win in 2 years. Breaking ball is low and offered at, and a strikeout there for Bart West. Chris Aldrich getting West to chase. They didn't even need to appeal to first base. Home plate umpire Sean Rakos confirming that West went around. And the Matadors now down to their final out, Gabe Gonzalez. He is 1 for 3 tonight, singling back in the 2nd. And he also struck out against Alonzo Treadwell and takes a strike there, 0-1. Now the Bruins utilizing a lot of youth tonight on the mound. Jake Brooks made 15 appearances last year, but just 3 starts. As here's a foul, and it's 0-2. Against Gonzalez. Now, Brooks was a guy who had just 3 starts last season and pitches very well here in his sophomore debut. And then you've got Treadwell, Jewett, and now Aldrich, three guys pitching for the Bruins for the first time. Aldrich missing low and outside. One ball and 2 strikes here against Gonzalez. 7-run lead for the Bruins here in the 9th. Base is empty, 2 outs. Aldrich kicks and throws. Breaking ball, slow roller to the left side. Schreier's got it, has to hurry the throw, but in plenty of time. And that will end the ball game. UCLA ends the game retiring 11 in a row, and they knock off CSUN 9-2 here in the season opener. Time of the game, 3 hours, 12 minutes. Your winning pitcher tonight is Jake Brooks. 5 innings of shutout baseball. Treadwell, Jewett, and Aldrich great in relief as well. Your losing pitcher tonight is Blaine Traxel, as he allows 6 runs in 3 2/3. Bruins go to 1-0, CSUN to 0-1. For those of you listening on the audio side, we will take a quick break and recap all the numbers here for you and get you set up for Saturday's game. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Bruin Baseball.
What makes one head of lettuce better than another? What makes a grape greater? At Ralph's, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level. We're only the best of the best of the best will do. We're seriously serious about what goes on our shelves, so only the freshest makes the grade. That means not every leafy green leaves the field. Not every cauliflower makes the cut. So if we've got it at Ralph's, you can bet your bananas that it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Bruin fans, when you need your oil changed, don't waste hours sitting in a dirty waiting room. Just head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Pull in, let the technicians get to work, and you're done in 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change can handle almost every vehicle, including hybrids, diesels, and luxury models. They can also handle your preventative maintenance needs, like changing your air filter or wiper blades. For locations and coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
Nick Coe back with you post-game here at Jackie Robinson Stadium as the Bruins knock off CSUN 9-2 here on opening day. For UCLA, 16 hits is the most on opening day since February 19th of 2020. They had 16 on that day 12 years ago as well. Bruins winning 9-2. They get production from a lot of new players, but it was one of the returners in sophomore Jake Brooks who really set the tone early on. Had one inning where he ran into a little bit of trouble. Had head coach John Savage come out and talk to him, promptly got out of that trouble. Brooks gets the win. 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Alonzo Treadwell comes in, allows 2 runs, only one of them earned, but had 3 strikeouts in that 6th inning. Luke Jewett, 6 up, 6 down across the 7th and 8th innings. And then Chris Aldrich able to get the final 3 outs there in the 9th. Offensively for the Bruins, you've got 5 players with multiple hits, led by Michael Curiali, who was 4 for 5, drove in a run. You had 3 for 4 night for Jake Moberg. He drove in a run as well. Malachi Knight, 3 for 4, the solo homer. And Kenny Oyama, 2 for 6. He drove in 2 runs as well. So when you're looking at some of the new players, mentioned Oyama, 2 for 6, and Knight, 3 for 4. Ethan Gorson was 2 for 4 and drove in a run. Cody Schreier, 1 for 4. He drove in a run as well. A lot of new players contributing here tonight on day 1 for the Bruins. And really everyone contributed because everyone got a hit except for Dalen Reyes, who only had the 1 at-bat late in the game. And then Jake Palmer went hitless 0 for 3, but he was hit by a pitch twice, so he did reach base. So plenty of success to go around tonight for UCLA. As a team, they end up hitting very well, 16 of 38. So not quite 50%, but very strong stuff for the Bruins as they win 9-2. Your pitching matchup tomorrow, we'll see the Bruins closer from last year, now turned Saturday starter, will be Max Rajic getting the nod for UCLA. He's going to take on Blake Soderstrom, who was also a very strong pitcher last year for CSUN. First pitch is scheduled for 2 o'clock tomorrow, and you can listen to it on UCLABruins.com and catch the live audio stream going with it on Pac12.com. Steve Granado will be in for me tomorrow. I'll be back on Sunday for the final game of the opening series. So I'll do it for everyone here tonight at Jackie Robinson Stadium. Many thanks to our live stream crew for putting together a great production. For Nick Cope, saying so long here from West LA. Final score, UCLA 9, CSUN 2. Good night.